welcome you to another live edition of The Sports Box, your go-to sports podcast featuring great content, conversation, and your occasional disagreement. Stick around to interact and ask questions. The Sports Box is brought to you by our sponsor, Showcase Sports, located on the White Horse Pike in Hamilton, New Jersey. Showcase Sports for the elite player. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. What's up, everybody? It is the first round of the 2023 NFL Draft. The Sports Box has you covered from pick 1 to pick 31. Live reaction analysis as the foundation of the future of the NFL will take hold tonight in just a few minutes, unless they take their time like they do every draft. I'm Brian Attard, Drew Trammell, Alex, Brant, whoever else is going to show up over the course of the next couple of hours. This is our flagship show. This is the show we like to do every year because the draft's awesome.
I think they're going to get a quarterback. I think they might get
no Velarde tonight.
He can't make it. He's doing trivia tonight.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah, I know.
I got two Eagles fans in the background, so like.
Well,
we got our first pick of the night.
We'll see what they do at 10. We know who the first pick is. We've known who the first pick is. But before we do that, I just want to touch on, obviously, the breaking news of the day. Baltimore Ravens signed quarterback Lamar Jackson to a 5-year, $260 million extension with a $185 guaranteed. He breaks Jalen Hurts' streak of 4 days as the highest paid player in NFL history. I just want to hear what you have to say here. What are your thoughts on –
Listen, I know your thoughts on Lamar, but I think – Lamar was a product of Greg Roman and not the other way around. The man threw for over 3,000 yards twice at Louisville with no wide receivers that have ever made an NFL roster. The man could throw the ball. It's just the offense he played in. So I think you're going to see a different Lamar this year than you've seen in the past. I think he's going to be more pass first. I think they're going to obviously run the ball. As long as their running backs can stay healthy. But I think he deserves it. He's an MVP, even though it's been a couple years. I trust him more than I trust Jalen. So I think he deserves this money.
It feels like a Gateway and Drive reunion right now. Yeah, dude, it's just obviously I'm on the opposite spectrum with Brian as well. This is what they needed to do. They were catch in between a nail and a red rod, man. They had to do something. They got it done. I don't like what Lamar signed for. I thought it should have been a lot more. I think it's kind of hilarious to me how people are making such a big deal of him making only, I think, like $6 million more guaranteed than Jalen Hurts. So I have problems with what he settled for, but I'm also happy for him, and I'm happy for his mom, who is his agent. And I love his quote that he wrote where the 3% agent fee would usually go to the agent, and now it's going to go to his mother, and they're going to keep it in the family. And I love that. That shows how far we've come as athletes. And I appreciate him for doing that. And I think the sky's the limit for Lamar. The first piece was getting OBJ, and I think they need to still invest into this offense and help him grow more as a passer. And I'm with Alex as well. A new offensive coordinator, a new breath of life, because if they don't do good this year, then people are going to start attacking him for signing that deal. So he needs to show up and be healthy, man.
Brent, your thoughts?
I think all these quarterbacks are getting paid way too damn much, if you're asking me. Man, I remember what a good quarterback could make 20, 25,000, 30,000. You got these guys like that. The AAV of this is 52 million. Like, that's just insane to me. Good. There's no way that the NFL can sustain quarterbacks getting paid this much and still maintaining good teams, because you're going to lose a lot. The Ravens haven't had a lot anyways. But great for Lamar Jackson. It's just a lot of money.
At his absolute best, he is the 7th best quarterback in the AFC right now. So, and that's at being very nice. I mean, if you think that's worth all that money, God bless you. I don't. I mean, they've built their team around him. I mean, it is what it is, but, you know, David says he'll take Jalen twice before he touches a declining torn PCL. Can't be there for my teammates in the playoffs, Lamar. That is a fair point. He was doing a bit of business. I mean, but that is the business at the end of the day. So that was the big news of the day. And right now, I can tell you that officially the Carolina Panthers are on the clock. Now, we know who this pick is going to be, but I'll wait and, well, we'll see. Anyway, I just want to touch base here. Go back to the trade that was made for the 961, a one next year, a second in 2 years, and DJ Moore. Did the Bears get enough?
No.
Give it up for Eric Soderstrom.
I agree.
No, I think they should have gotten at least one more one.
I agree.
Or at least one, at a minimum one more one or two. Like,
have you looked at DJ Moore's numbers with horrendous quarterbacks? They got another number one.
Yeah, but
he's better than any wide receiver in this draft.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Nah, you guys
are
bananas, dude.
Like I said, it's not terrible. I don't think it's ultra lopsided, but for the number one pick, like it's just for me, DJ Moore is not worth a one. I'd give him like a 2.
Okay, what quarterback in this draft is worth the number one pick?
Well,
none of them.
Not
so they're taking a quarterback. So they got it's fair value.
Well, to jump the gun, I can report what everybody knows, and that's that Bryce Young is going to be the number one player taken in the draft, quarterback from Alabama. And I think it's the right pick. Okay, I mean, athleticism off the charts. I mean, you're coming from Alabama. You know, I think of the Alabama quarterbacks who have made the league, I think he's going to be the best of the bunch.
Alex
made about his size and get that. You hear me?
I hear background noises.
From me?
No,
it was Alex.
This guy's talking.
I mean, I think it's the right pick. I think this is exactly why Carolina moved up. This is the right pick for them. It's a franchise quarterback. I'm excited to see what he can do.
I think he's the best quarterback in this draft. I'm not sold on Stroud. It's the whole Ohio State quarterback thing just scares me to death. Been burned by that. Levis was not impressive at all last year, and Richardson is way too much of a project.
Enjoy Kyler Murray 2.0. That's all.
No,
100%.
Okay,
cool.
You have a better comp of Drew Brees than you do Kyler Murray.
Who's the guy that's right all the time with his prediction? Oh, I mean, this guy was like 100 for 100. This guy is going to be a fucking bust. Mark it down, write it down. Not a franchise quarterback. Look at him when he played elite competition. Trash. No. He had to go to his second and third read. Totally disagree with you guys on this assessment and all the supposed experts because 90% of the time they're wrong.
For me, we talked about it last night, Brian. For me, I think CJ Stroud's the best quarterback in this draft. I'm not a Bryce Young guy. I think the measurables and the testing and all that bullshit, I think that you could throw that to the water. I think he's going to struggle with his height, and I don't think he's going to have that escapability magic that he did in college. It's not going to translate to the NFL. For me, I still think Bryce Young is going to be a good quarterback. I don't think he's going to be a bust like Alex is saying. But I think Carolina's absolutely missing the ball here with not picking CJ Stroud.
I don't even know that Stroud was ever in the conversation, but you have to know
he was.
I don't think that 18 helped him on the test.
No.
Quarterback's a cerebral position. Like if they don't think you can handle it, I mean it's hard to invest a pick this high if you don't necessarily have that faith. Just not a lot of drama, I guess, at the top. Chris Fallon, Mike Greenberg is exceptionally annoying. I would agree with that.
Yes.
I would.
Thank you for
certainly-
reminding,
I was
thank
like,
you
I
for
don't like
reminding
the- I
me,
don't-
Chris. I'm going to NFL Network now. Thank you.
I don't
for
like
reminding
the
me.
way he treated Golick. I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
NFL Network. Thank you.
That's why I'm on ABC. I get the College Game Day crew.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's got Dez, Herb Street, McShay. And I'll take McShay over Kuiper all night long. Goodness gracious.
they're going to take their sweet time with this. Guys, listen, this is a live interactive broadcast. We want your comments. Let us know what you think. Is this the right pick? Is this the wrong pick? Am I right? Is Alex right? Is Brant right? Is Drew right? Let me know.
Well, if you remember back to the game-winning drive days, I was right more than everyone else when it came to picks. So I think I've got a solid shot of being right here as well.
Was that weekly pick'em?
Close enough. No, I like Bryce Young. I see him more in that Drew Brees mold than I do Kyler Murray. He's not ultra athletic like that, but he can throw the ball well. He's got good arm. I think he's intelligent. He's able to read defenses.
All right.
And
So-
he's athletic enough to move his feet, but he's not going to be running around beating anybody with his athleticism. That's not who he is.
So you think he has a better arm than CJ? Because I already know CJ has a better arm.
I wouldn't say that, but
How
what?
how does Bryce have a better arm than CJ?
I said no. I don't think he does, but I don't trust
Okay.
Stroud.
CJ
I don't-
has the height.
Yeah.
CJ has performed under intense situations like the playoff games. He balled out in both games.
Bryce Young, yeah.
Right? So okay, so then we have that both settled. And then we look at second and third breeds. I taking CJ over Bryce any day of the week.
See, I don't because I'm looking at
Any
that
day of the
Ohio
week.
State offense.
We
and
have it on
Ohio State
proof.
offense. Majority of the reads are just cutting the field in half.
So you say the same about Alabama. You can say the same thing. That it's both literally the same thing. They're both stacked freaking colleges. I mean, we're not comparing
The only argument against Stroud
anything like
is
that.
the quality of wide receivers he's had, right? He's had top of the top wide receivers every year he's been there. It has contributed to his success. But how do we not know that he's contributed to some of their success?
Mhm.
So
No, I like Stroud. I don't think he's going to be a bust like other people do.
I mean, you
So
said you
as
were
soon
because
as-
of the Ohio State thing. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's going to throw down to everybody's mind. I mean, all these quarterbacks. I mean, Dwayne Haskins, Terrell Pryor, Justin Fields, going back to was it Troy Smith? Like you got all these guys that are really good in college, and they come into the NFL and just don't produce. But no, I think Stroud has a great chance to be a really good quarterback. But if I'm going between Stroud and Bryce Young, my gut just leans Bryce Young.
Yeah, this is an interesting point from Chris Fallon.
Sorry, Brian.
Okay. So if I'm the Texans and I want the quarterback next year, I trade one of my 2-1s this year for one next year so I can trade up if needed. I think the Texans are going to have they're going to be the worst team in the NFL. So I think that that's fine. I'm not against that if the right player's not there. I'll be curious to see what they do. I heard up until today that they were going to go with the defensive player. Most recently, I've heard it's going to be CJ Stroud at 2. I think that's a mistake. I do. I think they're pushing it. I think they're rushing it. I don't know that this is the guy that I want to build my team around. I think that positioning myself for Caleb Williams next year is probably a better idea. That's what I would do because you're going to be bad again this year. So you may as well try to get the better quarterback. They're not going to do that, apparently, if the betting markets are correct.
Yeah, I saw Stroud had that late jump up to number 2 because I was pretty sure they were going Will Anderson here, but this is where the draft starts to get a little bit of excitement, trying to figure out who's doing what. But yeah, man, I really hated how they drag out this first pick.
Like
we
you don't know
who
who
it is.
Like you don't know who you're
so
picking,
many
right?
people in that room. Oh my lord.
It's really insane that
God, Jesus.
we know who
it's
it is.
10 minutes, but it's more like 30 per pick. That's gracious.
Like we know who you're picking. Like why are you is someone going to trade with you? Ridiculous.
That's the beauty of having Twitter. You already know who the pick's going to be.
Yeah, and we'll be letting you know. We're not going to necessarily wait for this nonsense on TV.
No.
I'm gonna go back to the hockey game.
I completely concur with Chris's take here. 100%.
I would take Anderson and trade my second one to a crappy team.
I completely agree. Could not agree more. There is 3 minutes on this clock. Are you kidding me?
Jesus, dude.
How many ads you got to sell? It's all right. We're here all night. If you're watching out there, we appreciate you give us a like on the show. That helps us break the Facebook algorithm, which likes to suppress everything that we're doing. But if you can give us a like, we appreciate that. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Thank you. I see the numbers popping slightly. Thank you. All right, the pick is in. We already know that. We've known that for 10 minutes. Oh, the NFL draft. David Tepper loves the attention. It's true. Unbelievable.
Come on, Toronto.
Everybody was waiting in the. Apparently, they filled the draft room with 1 million people in Carolina to make it feel like there's more people. But that's so stupid. I mean, back to the deal. I mean, do you have any regrets on this if you're Carolina? Because I think you got a steal in the trade.
Hell no. It's a good trade. I like for both teams. I think both teams won that trade. So they get their future. Do you think it gets Bryce Young?
All the tweets now confirming what we
Yep,
already
there
know.
it is. Woo. I just find it very interesting during these processes how people just look to tear down every player that they can.
Chris Walls wants to know, does Howie stay at 10? It depends on what's being asked of him, and it depends on what his targets are. We mentioned on the mock last night, and the way I feel about it is that everybody talks about 10 being this bonus pick. I disagree with that idea. I think 30 is the bonus pick for them. I think you need to hit 10. I think at 30 you can take a shot, because if it doesn't work out, you pick somebody good at 10. So.
How many quarterbacks y'all think go in the top 10 this year?
Ooh, at least one.
3.
That's tough because I don't know. I mean, I don't think the Eagles trade down. It's a very large hat. On the clock are the Houston Texans. And the question here for you guys, now I've made this obvious, I don't feel that they do, but do you think the Texans need to take a quarterback at the second overall pick?
I mean,
No.
I'm also okay. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. It was simple.
What's up, Tom? How are you? Our friends over.
I said it last night. Yeah, they need. Yes, they do. They've been living in mediocrity the last 3 years. It's time for a change, and I'm not waiting another year. I like CJ Stroud. This is me personally talking. I like CJ Stroud. I think he's going to be huge, and he's going to be a player in this league for years to come. And especially if I had the chance to have that guy at 12, Brian, like I told you last night, to pair up CJ with his boy, JSN. So, I mean, it's what they did for Joe Burrow. It's worked out wonders with him and Jamar Chase. It can work out wonders in the pros for CJ and JSN if everything that we read is true and to the point. Texans have been, like I said, been lower than dirt, and they need some life, and they need some enjoyment, and I think CJ could bring that to them.
Man, that you really got to be sold on the guy, I think. And look, historically, at least the last.
But you're saying to wait a year and let's just go with Caleb Williams. Why wait? I'm not going to wait if I think a dude can bring me the goods, and it's that simple, dude.
But generally speaking, right, the second quarterback taken in drafts doesn't work out.
That's great.
If you think of, well, I can confirm it. That is exactly what they are going to do.
What's that?
They're going Stroud.
CJ Stroud will be
Good.
the second player taken in this draft.
He should be.
And
I mean,
again,
that's what
I think it's a controversial pick. I got to be honest with you.
I mean, it is, but how often are you going to be in the top 2, right? And if you
Next
have
year.
someone,
You're going to be the top 2 again next year.
I mean, yeah, most likely because they're not a well-rounded team whatsoever. But I mean, if you're looking at, it's the Washington, draft from a couple years ago, right? If you could do it over again, would you take Chase Young at 2, like they could have Will Anderson, or would you do Justin Herbert, who ended up dropping further, right? So I mean, if CJ Stroud works out, it's perfect for him. But
now
I don't.
The draft gets interesting. Sorry, Brett.
No, you're good. No, this is the pick that we, most people were anticipating defense, and here we are.
Hey, guess what? I told you it was going to happen. I mean, I'm just saying, like, they got the best quarterback in the draft at number 2. I mean, that's good.
You also could make an argument that the first quarterback being selected has also been an issue in the history of the NFL. So I mean, just ask Alex from 4 years ago. Yes, David, I would. 100%.
I think this changes the game for Arizona tremendously. I think that they should just take the player. Unless they're going to get blown away by an offer.
They have to be.
Yeah, because they were talking about what the Colts were talking about moving up to Arizona at 3. And I wonder if that would have played a part in the decision making by Houston too. If they don't take Stroud, but they liked him, they go Anderson, and then the Colts move up to 3 and grab Stroud.
I just don't like this. That's just me.
I love it.
But yeah, no, it's like Drew says, if JSN drops down to 12, you pair college teammates, it's solid.
Yeah, I mean,
Brian, I don't know how you're so sold on Bryce, but you're not sold on CJ.
Because
That's
I
crazy
think more. Yeah, but honestly, like I look at this, I think Stroud's the riser. Like I think Bryce Young's always been kind of like that top guy.
Stroud's been slated in the top 10 for
top 10 is not 2.
What do you mean? Yeah, it is.
Listen, if you took Stroud at 12, I don't feel bad about it. I just think this is high.
That's crazy.
I do.
That test was nothing but hogwash bullshit. So that's simple.
Probably not.
It is. It is. Exactly, DJ.
I don't know. I think Bryce Young going to Carolina. He is probably the 3rd best quarterback in that division now.
Oh, that's sick. I like how they're doing that. That's sick.
Yeah. I made the joke. If you have an 18 on the test, you can't tie your shoes.
See, the 18 to me, I don't even really care if he can tie his shoes. But for me, I'm like, What effort is he going to put effort to grow and develop and learn in the NFL? Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
What?
Here we go.
Here we'll go.
Our favorite Eagles fan just decided to pop up in the chat.
Who? Blair Kelly?
I mean, actually, I think they're all better than. And Bijan's a better runner. So
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, dude, you're really making me into a Brian fan. Jalen Hurts was benefited by getting 2 effing receivers that hide his game. It was a one-look quarterback that ran a lot.
what happened?
Shut the hell up.
What happened was C.J. Stroud misspelled his first name.
Christ.
He got the C, but the J was backwards, so they couldn't give him.
And this is the part of the game that I like about him is that he has the ability to escape in the pocket.
Currently, and I do say currently because I don't know where this is going to go. Currently, the Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. But as I said last night, this is your first spot where you could see a trade. And again, I don't know if the quarterbacks coming off the board the way they did changes that. Because now it's one less quarterback for a team to trade up for. This now means that Arizona has their pick, if they want it, of the best defensive players in the draft. They can put it whoever they want.
Who do you have as the top defensive player, Brian?
Will Anderson.
Yeah, Will Anderson for me as well. I do like Miles Murphy more than Tyrese. But that's just preference for me.
Yeah, I'm not a big Tyrese fan. I would go Will Anderson 1 and Jalen Carter 2, but a lot of people are a little worried about him.
This should be a trade right here, but it's probably going to be Will Anderson, but I think it should be a trade.
Yeah, I agree, Alex. It should be a trade. We all talked about it last night. There should be. I get the reasoning of why you want to get Will Anderson. He is the best defensive player on the board, and in this draft, arguably. And you could slot him right at the end where they lost it with JJ Watt. Brian's got to be true to his word. He always says you want to attain more draft capital, especially after signing an idiotic contract extension to Kyler Murray. You F yourself in the future, so you need to attain as much draft picks as you can get. So one guy's not going to change this defense and this team. So you need to attain more. And what I saw earlier today, about 2 hours ago, an hour ago, them trading with Tennessee and getting rid of D-Hop's contract and attaining what was supposedly a next year's first and a second. I mean, that's what you have to do.
Houston's back on the clock.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go. There you go. Beautiful move by them.
Uh-oh.
Yo, I can't imagine what they gave up, though.
That's why I see trade coming from afterwards.
It's got to be insane.
And it's going to be, and there it is. It's Will Anderson.
Listen,
Well, we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Houston has taken Will Anderson, who is the best defensive player in this draft, in my humble opinion. And we're going to see what it was that they gave up, but it's got to be a lot.
Woo! Man, oh man.
Do we have details on the trade yet, Brian?
No.
Okay.
I am proud of the Arizona Cardinals.
I mean, you got to assume it's 12, right? I mean, clearly.
They just took a top quarterback and the top defensive player. That's got to be a win, boys.
What I mean, they moved up from 12 to 3. The last team to go up from 12 to 3 were the Niners, right? And they had to give up 3 ones to do it.
Was that
That's
for
where they got
Trey?
Trey Lance.
And that's what I meant by the test. That test being hogwash, bro.
These guys are really going to make me work here.
I know. I want to see what they ended up giving up for.
It's got to be 12, right?
It's got.
Wow. What about that?
They really got to fix this streaming issue, dude. Like this shit's got to come up to date more often, man. Here
12,
it is.
Yo,
33.
12, 33, a first and a third next year.
Oh, that's not bad, actually. I don't think that's bad.
2 1s, a 2, and a 3. That's not terrible.
No. That's a 2. 33 is a 2.
Yeah, we got a 1 next year, a 2 this year, and a 3rd next year.
No, a 1 this year, a 2 next. Yeah. A 2 next year, 2 this year. First. Yeah, you got it.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, that could be really good for the Cardinals next year as they prepare for
John Elway sucks at trading, Brian. And Lynch. Houston's already got my attention.
Yes.
That's a big one.
Yeah, that's not. I think it works for both teams, right? Like they get definitely D'Amico wanted Will Anderson. You probably get the owners wanted CJ Stroud, someone to hang their hat on. And then you got Arizona that is setting it up for next year for being able to have a really high draft pick to possibly get Caleb Williams to supplant Kyler Murray.
Ooh.
I think they're locked in the Murray, man. But I'll tell you what, that's a really interesting pick because really, if Houston sucks again next year, that's high, right?
Yep.
So.
Wow, man, Houston's got to go crazy right now, bro. This is something. This one time. This was something that this franchise needed, dude. They needed this. What a pick!
Listen, that is an excellent trade for Arizona, for not even a quarterback, right? So I really felt that when the quarterback's gone, I love that deal for Arizona. I do.
Yeah.
So now we got Indy. Levis or are they going Richardson?
Oh man, Brant, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not sold on either of them.
I don't know. In all seriousness, I don't know how you look at Will Levis and you're like, that's a first-round quarterback.
I agree with you.
You don't. But how do you look at Zach Wilson and say that's a first-round quarterback? It's not.
Because he was Mormon. He's Mormon.
I quit, bro.
Because
he was Mormon. That's why he's a first-round pick.
He begs moms that reads in the Bible at the same time.
Why? Because he's a white quarterback. He's a first-round pick, right?
Well,
Get out of here.
They didn't take a white quarterback.
No, but I'm saying Zach Wilson.
They took Anthony?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Here's my problem with this pick, and I just want to say this real quick and get this out. My problem with this pick is Brian is the fact that Brant said it earlier. It's going to be a massive project. You're going to have to really develop Anthony Richardson. His ceiling's the highest from a talent perspective, but can you make him and mold him into a quarterback of the NFL stature? That's that. And you already been in, what are we on, year 4 since Andrew Luck abruptly retired? They haven't had a quarterback to lean on to say, oh, I could build around this. It's been mistake after mistake after mistake. Maybe Rivers is not a mistake because they made it to the playoffs. But, I mean, Jacoby Brissett, Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, it's all been failures besides Rivers. So can this guy give you what you need? And can you wait? That's the issue I have with the pick.
I hate that. This is a disaster. He didn't play enough in college to know. This is Trey Lance 2.0. Like you don't have as much of a track record to know for this guy.
He tested out the ceiling. If he did not test that well, there's no way he's a first-round quarterback. There's just not. Like, I think he has the highest ceiling of anyone in this class. If they can,
but that's a low floor too.
Very
That's what I'm saying.
Jamarcus Russell low, in terms of bustability.
It's pretty low.
Now, I mean, he's got. I don't see it. I watched a lot of Florida games, and I just he couldn't even beat out Emory Jones for most of the season to be the main starter.
Great. Stinks.
Cam Newton won an MVP. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, Brian, I mean, Arizona, Houston, I mean, they got to be automatic, A+ grades right now so far. I love the aggressiveness. I love the aggressiveness of the Texans.
Man. That is crazy.
And a good point by Chris Fallon here is, I mean, this is great for the Eagles. It's great for the teams that don't need a quarterback.
Yeah.
I think that we really do know who Seattle's going to take at 5. I think this is now abundantly obvious. It's going to be Jalen Carter.
1,000%. Yeah, 1,000%.
Or they're going to pull up surprise and go with Drew Lock 2.0 and draft Levis.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think if Richardson were here, I know that they loved him.
I'm watching him walk across. I don't get it, man. I do not get picking Anthony Richardson 4th. That is high. Goodness gracious. But I love it. Shoot, I don't want Washington to take a quarterback in this draft. Not interested. So I hope Hendon Hooker gets picked up. I hope 5 quarterbacks go before 16.
Ian Rappaport, Seattle's in trade talks right now.
Probably with the Eagles.
Someone's gonna panic and go for Levis.
I mean, who? Tennessee?
No.
Tennessee?
No. Will Levis has all the ability to drop out of the first round.
Yeah, I'm watching the live look inside the Seahawks war room. There's a lot of people spinning in chairs. And nothing else happening. Jesus, they don't look excited.
God, dude, that guy he barely threw that thing with 60 yards. My God.
This hockey game.
I just can't. Are y'all still down? Down 2? I'm on the Tampa Bay Toronto game. I'm hoping Toronto gets
I mean, look,
the
it wasn't.
handshake line.
Next
I
pick in
maintain-
yet?
This was not a must-win game. You would a game you would have liked, but
No.
Whew.
bless you. Your allergies too?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm very bad.
Yeah, luckily we passed the pollinating down here, so
Yeah, well, you sent it up here, I think.
oh, it was bad. Let's see. Any news?
Well, Seattle's on the clock.
Seahawks
If it's-
are moving down.
Nope.
Is that official? I don't see that yet.
Jordan Schultz reported it on Twitter.
Do we know to where?
They're trying their best to move down. So that's kind of alarming to me, Brian, that they want to move down because you have a glaring need at the anchor position at the line, and you get probably one of the best prospects that we've seen come across at the defensive tackle position. So I'm a little shocked by Seattle wanting to move down and not want to get him. Kind of tells me something that maybe he will be out of the top 10.
Did you say Seattle's trading back?
They're trying.
Yeah, I'm waiting on confirm on that.
I got two different people saying they're trying to move down. Well, they're moving down.
Jalen Carter. That's who I'm seeing.
Did they? Okay. We selected him. Who'd you hear that from?
The NFL rumors.
Oh, they don't know shit.
I mean, maybe not. They got 222,000 followers, though. That's
Yeah. So that doesn't mean they know shit. That means they throw a lot of shit at the wall, and people like that.
Yeah, Doe just said they're waiting till the final minute.
And of course, they're taking it to commercial right now.
Well, yeah, they got that's why they're doing it. Yeah, Arizona did great in that deal. I
think both teams did. Get Will Anderson for essentially an extra 1, 2, and 3. I'm fine with that.
Blair, aren't you just a ray of sunshine?
Should have invited Blair over to my house for this so he could be on camera.
Well,
We only live like
come over when my grandmother dies.
we only live like 20 minutes from each other.
That's kind of funny. 120 on this clock, and we still
Nothing.
Seahawks are
Nope.
making the
Make
pick.
it pick it. Yep.
Thank God for NFL rumors.
Hey, you
Yeah, it's
laughed
got to be
at
Jalen
it.
Carter. It's got to be Jalen Carter. It's got to be.
I mean, I don't know who else. I mean, this is not a spot for a quarterback.
Who are y'all looking? Who are y'all following on Twitter right now to see
A
the?
million different people. I have.
Yeah, I do know people too.
Oh, wow!
Oh, wow!
Didn't see that coming.
Brian.
Didn't see
Devin
that
Witherspoon.
coming.
Wow. Woo!
That is interesting. The cornerback out of Illinois, Devin Witherspoon, is going number 5 to Seattle.
Oh, that just ruined my whole mock draft. God.
See, I'm shocked he's the first cornerback off. I was pretty sure that Christian Gonzalez.
Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, I said the same last night.
Christian Gonzalez.
Wow.
See, I feel like
yeah,
they could have dropped.
yeah.
They could have dropped back 5-6 spots and still gotten Devin.
They could have. I think they were trying to, Brant. I really do. I
that
probably
might be
just
like that
didn't
was
get a
their
good
guy, and
detail.
they just couldn't get there.
Yeah, not a bad pick though. I mean, he's top 2
No.
cornerbacks in the draft. Him and Gonzalez are right up there with each other. Some people like his nastiness a little bit more aggressive. So I gotta get on who y'all are following. I still don't see that anywhere.
Ian Rappaport, Jeremy Fowler.
I follow myself, and I said it, so. Wow, that's okay.
That's crazy. Wow, man. I did not see that.
Wow. Okay. Well, that brings up the Detroit Lions at pick number 6. This pick was the property of the Los Angeles Rams, who are still paying through the nose, but they did win a Super Bowl, so it's okay.
Worth it. He was a 0-star recruit out of high school.
Yeah.
My goodness.
People are
That's- I
People are
can't-
clowning the Seahawks right now.
See, and this is where I lean a little bit more like Ron Rivera. You got to build in the trenches. Like that's where you're going to win a lot of the games. Like
Yep.
Witherspoon's good, but you got to build from the inside out.
Right. I agree.
And
Now, we talked about this last night, that there's Drew's number 1 draft pick.
That's right, baby.
Does Detroit get any kind of like PTSD from taking Okuda a couple years ago and it blowing up in their face?
I mean, they just traded him, so they got an opening.
Brian.
Yeah.
Seahawks and Tennessee Titans were talking until the last seconds. Titans pulled away.
And they had nothing. And they probably, what else were they going to do? They took who they wanted. They probably took the guy they thought they would get with Tennessee's pick.
Yeah, it's probably too far of a drop off because I think Witherspoon could have been taken by Atlanta or the Raiders. So I think they made the right decision staying there. But not for a corner. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I'm with Brant. I'm all about the trench. I'm a trench guy.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's the only reason I think Jalen Carter could possibly go here. You get a big guy filling that up there, adding him with Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah,
on the
Detroit
commercial.
Detroit Lions has got to be licking their chops right now, man.
So the clock on ESPN has stopped at 4 minutes and 40 seconds. What does that mean?
On ABC, it's still going. Maybe ESPN just sucks.
Oh, wow.
Oh!
Arizona is back up.
Where were they at? They're at 12, right, Brian? Now they're back up to
12.
6.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, oh God, who are they coming back up for? Are they coming up for a cornerback?
Carter?
Coming up for a defensive lineman?
And as soon as Tony Quigley comes on the show, another big deal.
Will Levis.
When I come on the show, it's always a big deal.
Arizona moving up to 6.
Who's in the hostage situation over there?
Oh, that's Alex. Detroit gets 12 and 34.
Got to question some life decisions over there.
12 and 34.
How you guys been? Everybody's been good?
Yeah, brother.
I mean, my
you
allergies
been,
are
man?
terrible, and my hockey team's worse. But
Love and life.
You been good, man?
Yeah, just finished a basketball game, chasing around a bunch of 23-year-olds. Knew more I do that at the bars, but this is on the basketball court.
Got the pick, Brian. You got it?
no, hold on. I'm really trying to keep.
Still got the top offensive tackle on the board.
Well, that one's gone now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trading up, to take the tackle. That's for sure. I mean, it's a great fit for them.
Harris, gone.
Here it is.
Yeah, I didn't know Blair Clay was.
Sorry, I'm going to go on mute, sir.
Wiley very upset with that pick. Lot of movement. Lot of movement. Well, I got to start keeping track here of who's going where. So the Cardinals are now down to 12.
I mean, at least take the best tackle in the draft. You know, they're not going to give Kyler Murray any more excuses. They invested a lot of money in him. They're giving an opportunity, so we'll see.
That's right, bud. I agree, Tone.
I mean, I don't know about the weapons that they're getting. You know, having Hopkins. Dave Jones. The reason why there's a lot of movement is because most pundits are very down on this draft. I mean, it's not something that people are really too excited about. So they're trying to position all around to kind of make things in. So that's, you know, a so-so draft. Would I think one expert said he had 15 first-round grades, which is the lowest in like 10 years that he had on players. So, yeah, it's definitely.
The Detroit Lions have traded the sixth pick to the Arizona Cardinals. With the sixth pick,
They would, and they said they would have taken Johnson at 3.
Yeah, great deal for them, right?
Great deal for them. Tony, that was for you.
Yeah, I had a good buffet joke today in a group chat. I don't believe you're a part of, but
Yeah, that's okay.
Dave Birnbaum tried to say that he walked 25 miles at Disney today, and I just said because the buffet line was 25 miles. The buffet line was 25 miles. So I'm just generally concerned.
Dave Burbank heard there was a buffet and popped on.
Yeah. Speaking of Dickie Doo,
Let's go Disney.
no,
He's not right now.
he jumped on when the largest man in the draft was just picked. So
Probably because he probably thought it might be him. He's like, "Did I get drafted, boys?"
he smelled the crab legs.
Yeah. So this brings up the Raiders on the clock. Curious what they do here. I mean, Jalen Carter fits their mold.
Someone get arrested? Yeah, I feel like he's one of those guys that they should have taken off the board immediately after his arrest, just to be safe.
The NFL, buddy. NFL, you know. I mean, the last time that really kind of happened was Lyle Collins. And you've seen that was a complete mistake. I mean, that was a murder investigation, but, you know, he was cleared of it, and he became, you know, a dominant player. So at the end of the day, when they win, they forget about everything. So
Facts.
It is 3-0 New Jersey.
this is a great side of Alex. Sorry, I missed the draft preview, guys, last night. Facebook has decided to not give me any more alerts of anything related to Sports Box.
It's all good, brother. How's your son doing, Tony?
Doing good, you know, living the Anchorage life up there, jumping out of planes still, and loving it. We're gonna be going out there in end of June.
Nice, man.
Yes. Vegas. Devin Witherspoon, true. They were talking about the A's moving out to Vegas, and the Raiders are against it. I guess they don't want any competition for the. I mean, I don't know. You would think kind of.
No, I don't think Mr. Davis likes the A's because he blames them for the issues in Oakland because he wanted to stay, and the A's just sort of butchered that whole thing with the city.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's a tough situation. I mean, the Raiders are always generating money, but they're always moving.
Vegas is prime for sports, though. Like the Golden Knights came in, like they did a great job with hockey. Vegas has done great with the Raiders.
I was there last football season, and you know the stadium and everything like that. It's just phenomenal, and you know the town definitely did the. I mean, you had to worry about players getting in trouble there because I was at a club Tuesday night, and like the entire team was there, so it was like kind of, you know, there could be a little bit more incidents, but you know, we'll see.
And see, that's why, like, as the owner, you have a 24/7 speed dial for car service. Like, no one needs to be driving.
And Vegas is a city you don't really need to drive into. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always Uber everywhere, car service everywhere. So I mean, it's definitely built for an NFL team. Now, I don't know what they're going to be putting out on the field this year. Is going to be considered an NFL team, but you know.
Can you guys hear me?
You got you now. Been doing an impressive beard there, guy.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Retirement's been good.
Retirement. Never. I'm never retiring.
It's like Ric Flair. I will never retire.
Not at all. Still much more fun stuff to do. Got all kinds of fun projects.
Christian Gonzalez still there. He was who I think we thought that the Raiders would go corner, right?
I mean, I guess the pick would be Gonzalez. I mean, he's an athletic freak, I guess, but I don't know. I just think at this time, I don't. The Raiders are hard because what direction are they going into? Like, what's their identity, right?
Don't have any.
I mean,
Oh,
you got Garoppolo, you got Vegas, you know. Yeah, Blair Kelly. I am actually drinking out of a peanut butter jar. Low protein shake that threw in there. Add a little flavor to it. Appreciate it though, bud. You want any workout tips or anything like that? Send your wife.
Wow. Okay.
please tell me it's Levis.
Not.
Tyree Wilson. Okay. Okay. I mean, anybody love it? I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not a bad pick. It's nothing that
Safe
jumps off
pick,
the
right?
page.
Yeah.
You're pick behind on the scroll there, Bri.
I'm a pick behind.
On the scroll,
Oh yeah.
you got Detroit
I do.
still empty, and then Tyree Wilson. I mean, I guess if you don't have to chase Mahomes and Herbert around for the next, 10 years, still probably. I mean, you might as well get guys who could go after him. I can't see I can't see this current Raiders team scoring with anybody. I mean, I don't know. Now. I mean, what's their starting offense looking like? That definitely hard to play through D.
Yeah, Brian, this is a safe pick. I don't mind it. I have questions with Tyree. Like I said, I have Miles Murphy a little bit more ahead of him. It's a personal preference, but I get the pick and I understand it. Like Tony said, you need pass rushers, especially in the AFC West. So it's not a bad pick.
I mean, I got Wilson is like the 6th overall prospect in the draft. I'm really high on him. I like him a lot. I think that's a really good pick. I don't know if I would have went there, but because they need a lot of help.
Yeah, that's something. That's why I don't think it's that bad of a pick, Alex, because they just need so much, So it's like if it is their best player, Yeah.
I mean, you got to think that Philly's probably in the market to trade up. Maybe I would have shopped that pick. I would have gotten out of that pick.
I mean, Wilson could have been there if they did trade with Philly. I mean, who's Philly trading up? They take Thompson. I mean, it's hard to justify trading up to take a running back.
Can you justify?
I think Philly would have traded up for Carter there. I mean, I don't think
they may not have to.
No, agree. If he falls to them at 10, he's my fourth. Like I said, my fourth best
because they're
player in the draft. That's crazy.
Thompson's been linked to Falcons all for the last 2 days. So
yeah.
If they were going to trade up, they would trade up to try to jump in front of them to get Thompson.
Right.
Which I don't know. Tyler, what 2 rookie running backs had 1,000 yards last year, and I think Tyler was one of them. And in a split situation, they're already looking to get rid of him.
Yep.
If they
Crazy,
do,
right?
I think Thompson's an idiotic pick. I mean, this is.
No, I 100% agree. I mean, you still got Cordell Patterson. Like, I mean, a running back is not a need for the Atlanta Falcons at all.
It's maybe
it'd be a horrendous pick.
I mean, I've also heard some rumors about JSN here, which do you want to give Rattler weapons? I don't know, right?
I mean,
He did trade Calvin Ridley, right? So
Which I'm still trying to figure that trade out.
yeah, it doesn't make sense to me either. But
Jabe wants to know, what do you think the Bears would do? Trade or pick?
I don't. I mean, I think with Skoronski still on the board, assuming he doesn't go here, I think that's interesting to them.
yeah, agreed. But I think 100%.
Yeah, the
But I think
Carter on the
100%.
board.
But I think 100% the Bears should trade back because one piece here is not going to make a huge difference for them.
You also, I mean, not only
Didn't they just sign Baltimore's D line? What the hell's the kid's name that they just signed it all season? So I don't know if they go Carter for that. The kid from Baltimore, the big D lineman.
I don't know.
I'm drawing a blank. Yeah.
Wow.
No,
Oh my
Wow.
God, that is so stupid, bro.
He eats banana peels.
It's stupid,
I just-
dude. It's so
Hold on.
stupid. Like, what are we doing?
Bro, they don't know. Well, you get Algier, who was great last year. Now you're going. I mean, I
Amazing.
understand Bijan's probably going to be better, but come on now, Jesus, so many other needs. Jesus.
Listen,
There's your F. There's your F, Brian.
hey, I'm calling it. Listen, I'm calling it right now. Bears take JSN.
Our line is literally defense. Georgia O. Or Georgia.
So stupid, bro.
Whiz, man.
This is wild.
I mean, it's not too surprising though. Just, I don't know.
That is not a need. I mean, Tyler Algier was great for them last year. Like, he's a great running back. I don't.
Especially filling in when Cordell was hurt.
Right. Goodness gracious. Oh, way to waste 2 picks. Wasted Algiers and now Bijan's.
It's funny because Brian, I remember Brian and Tony and all of us being in a Gambling Drive episode 2 years ago. We talked about the decline when your window is so small, and the decline of the collapse of the 2016 Super Bowl against the Patriots, and how far they have come from that time to now has been a complete downfall. It's embarrassing if I'm an Atlanta fan. It's really embarrassing.
No, it's just one of the things that, as a fan, you can't be happy with it at all. I mean,
That is very bad.
like, what direction are they going? Are they just? I mean, it could be just a typical Atlanta just trying to sell tickets and get an identity thing. I mean, they drafted Kyle Pitts extremely high. They don't use him. A tight end that high is ridiculous. But he was supposed to be this X factor player that they hardly give him the ball. Now you got Robinson. I keep calling him Thompson. You got Robinson, which, a guy like Muhammad Ibrahim has been, 4th and 5th round grade, and he's been phenomenal in his college career.
Yep.
I mean, you get some help there too. It's not like a position where you have nothing. Like, the only place where I could see the Eagles easily taking Robinson, and I wouldn't have had a problem with it, because their window of when the contract for Hurts comes in, and when they have to repay Robinson, and they already get a good team, and that would be a definitely difficult duo. But now this is just like, good luck with this kid's career.
So, fantasy implications for Bijan, because he was pretty much the 1-1. Like, you expect him to be the top pick. Do you with this placement, do you still feel like he could be the top pick, or do you think?
Yeah.
I mean,
you have to think so, because when you're looking at fantasy wise, like they drafted him up here for a
Eagles
reason.
are up.
Oh. They traded up one spot, huh?
They did.
Wow.
They're making sure Jalen Carter comes to them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was saying. They asked me a Jalen Carter selection here.
I wonder what they got for it.
Brian, 42-56 for the Atlanta Falcons since their Super Bowl loss.
All right. They stink. So
That's bad. It's just a bad a bad pick.
Is this the third trade so far in the first 10 picks?
yeah.
A lot of
Is that the
jockeying.
most that- Who else could we see the Eagles trading up for besides Jalen Carter? Is there anyone else that you guys could think that they would be going for right here? I mean, I wouldn't think it'd be JSN, would it?
No, they don't need a wide receiver.
Yeah, they don't need one.
Maybe the offensive lineman.
A 2024 fourth round pick.
Wait, what?
That's all they gave up to move up.
Wait, what?
A fourth round pick next year is all the Bears got.
Yo, these guys are over here. They called it. They were like, "I bet you Howie gave up a fourth," like crazy, man.
And we have
Eagles
the
fans are going
No
bananas.
surprises.
What do you do? You're smoking weed over there? What's going on, dude?
We gotta get Carter here.
What are you talking about?
No, if we get Nolan
Just kidding.
Nolan at the
Just
end.
kidding, buddy.
I mean, it's great to hire the Bijan pick. That's for sure. I don't know. It's the Eagles have definitely had a good couple last drafts. They've had some guys fall into their laps and
Jeez.
just getting was it Davis last year, and now they're getting Jalen Carter. Like that defensive line's gonna
Fuck, man.
be rough.
I mean,
rough to get to.
plus they've played together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're just plugging that in. I mean, they already know what they got going on. So it's
Yeah, y'all have turned around the draft though. The Eagles have done a good job the last few years of taking guys that have fallen into their laps. It's gracious.
Ever since Atlanta made that pick, my daughter fell asleep.
and this is a good pick when because this pick, if Carter pans out as to be the talented player he is, re-signing him to a good deal when he's up is a position that you want value in, right? So if he does turn out to be this first round pick, this is a position that you could put value in, which is big. Now, Robinson and Carter, both contracts are up at the same time, and probably Robinson will be the bigger name and everything like that. But if Carter's definitely going to be worth more money when it's ready to go.
Bears give up a lot more to go from 3 to 2.
Well, Bears stink. Their fans are fucking clowns.
What you did there.
I don't know if you guys seen Paris Johnson on the stage, but he does not look as big as. I mean, he looks in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like he looks jacked. A lot like Chris Sanders used to. I remember Chris, who once stole my VIP seat at a UFC fight. him and Clinton Portis. You got a spoon? A plastic one.
Yeah, my brother's freaking out right now.
Yeah, it'd be great if they could stop having guys fall into their laps like that. It'd be awesome.
Makes your job a lot easier, doesn't it? Especially when all you have to do is trade a 4th-round pick.
I'm on the fantasy football message board, and people are pissed that the Falcons took Bijan. They're like, I tanked all of 2022 for this.
Yeah, but I don't remember the top of the schedule off the top of my head of who they're playing this year. But I mean, that division, they're going to be able to put up some points. And I mean, there's no, I mean, you play Carolina twice. I mean, they're young defense coming up, but they're still,
It's the worst division by far. I think.
but it's not like a division where you're like afraid to play it back against the teams. I mean, he's gonna get it. So.
Fucking clowns.
Now, where does Chicago go here?
Skoronski.
Skronsky. I mean,
JSN.
Nah, I don't think they go for a receiver. They just I don't see that at all.
Well, what's the receiver core look like now? I mean,
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
Chase Claypool.
Chase Claypool and Darrell Mooney.
Yeah, no.
And the style that they play, it doesn't really make sense for them to invest a 1st-round pick in a receiver. I think those guys are. Tennessee tackle Darnell Wright is going to be the pick.
Wow.
I like it. I mean, they got to get better on that side of the ball, protect,
Love how they're actually like a whole pick behind on TV. Jesus, man.
Well, it's a lot of
It's how it is every year.
Here's the thing too. There's probably like a 30-second delay.
Yeah, I was thinking Skoronski could drop a little bit. People were talking about his arm length and possibility of moving to guard.
No, I think it's not a possibility. I think it's a definite. I think he's going to be a guard in the NFL. So, I think that the true tackle, right, was the team need. Let's see what this game is on. Yeah, speaking of behind, you guys want to make some easy money. Start betting your buddies that are when you're watching the NBA game. Just throw up the score app and then just refresh it and be like, "Yeah, this guy's going to make a shot. This guy, $1,000. This guy missed a foul shot. Easy money. It's at least 30, 40-second delay." Well, I guess you know what.
Oh man. Ooh. I can't get over that Falcons pick.
I mean, you had plenty of time to prepare for them to say the pick, though. I mean, you kind of noticed since yesterday that's where they're targeting. It just didn't make sense, but.
Looks like
Bijan is the first Texas player drafted in the first round since Vince Young.
that worked out okay.
That's a long time ago.
That is true. Wow, who we got up next?
Titans.
I'm not even watching the TV feed. So we got 10.
I mean, this could be a quarterback spot. They made it abundantly clear that they're done with Malik Willis.
Yeah, real quick trigger on him. I guess they didn't like what was going on between the ears, at a certain point.
Did they say they're done with him?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know what he didn't play well last year, but at the same time, they kind of scaled down the offense, and they really didn't have anything on offense besides Derrick Henry at times. I think he played actually one of the games Henry was out, and Treylon Burks was out. So I don't know what they expect a rookie quarterback to do, but I think it's just Just catching up on some of the comments here. Chris Fallon, no way the Eagles will pick at 30. I don't think they would, but it depends who's there. I mean, at this rate, a top 10 pick will fall to them or something, the way they can get things in their lap.
Ellen, good evening, gentlemen. Hope you're all doing well. We're doing good. How are you? Who cares? I don't know who he's saying that to. Dumb pick. Brian, you need cold brew.
What I really need is my sinuses to decompress.
Advil cold and sinus is the best stuff, bud. Or cocaine, whatever.
Well, you really shouldn't take a decongestant at night because you'll never go to sleep.
I mean, it's only 9:30. I mean, what time do you go to bed?
It doesn't matter. I've done that before. I don't fall asleep for 4 hours or longer. The decongestant keeps you up. All right, the pick is in for the Bears.
Yeah, like we said that 10 minutes ago.
Damn.
Is this where Gonzalez goes possibly?
Would it shock you if it's Levis?
Will Levis here? No, not at all. But I said Gonzalez.
I love these message boards. Someone called CJ Stroud Jared Goff with wheels.
I actually made the same exact comparison today at the basketball game when we were talking, before the game when we were talking. I think there's a lot of similarities to it,
Yeah, okay. Peter Skoronsky.
Yeah. All right. Well, the Teller Lewan situation probably helped this pick out a lot, but
Offensive tackle out of Northwestern. They're going to protect somebody. I don't know that they don't know who it's going to be, but they're going to protect somebody.
Man, dude, freaking! I just tuned into the game tone. Atlanta's sticking with Boston, man.
Yeah, I got that on my phone here.
That's crazy. How did you feel about Giannis's explanation last night to the reporter?
It was awful. You
Yes,
know,
I agree.
he didn't. He completely missed the point on what the reporter was trying to say. You know, you have the best record. You're the 1 seed, and you go and lose the 8 seed. I mean, the season is a failure. Bringing Jordan into the conversation was kind of idiotic because Jordan never lost at the 1 seed. You know, so it's kind of like, you know, it's not. Listen, if completely valid response if they were the 4 seed and they lost to the 5 seed or whatever, but it was kind of and it was a weird game because I'm a big Giannis fan. I like Jimmy Butler, but the push off of Jimmy Butler was unexplainable. You know how that's not called is just a you know, kind of like ruined the game. Great catch afterwards, great. But listen, we're doing an NFL show. If they did that push off in the end zone in the NFL, that should have been called too, right? So
I agree.
Tough way for the Bucks to end the season. I mean, the Bucks choked too, but Butler's shot just killed them.
Did the coach gets fired?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the way they fire NBA coaches is always been strange. I mean, you win the NBA Coach of the Year and then get fired. So I mean, it's definitely an odd situation there.
Tennessee. So up next. So 12. I mean, Arizona moved up to 12. So who the hell's picking 12 now?
It's
Detroit, right?
no, it's Seattle. No, yeah, Detroit.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Now here you can see the first wide receiver go off the board because outside of Amon Ra, they don't really.
I think they go. I think they go
Jameson Williams.
cornerback. I think they go cornerback. DB.
Not for how many games did Williams get? What, 6 games?
6 games.
About 5.
And he
or 4.
played what 6 last year.
Wait, what?
And he didn't play much last year at all.
No,
Last year was his rookie year.
yeah, but he was hurt. So.
He was hurt,
Yeah,
and then he
he came
came
up with 20
back,
kills.
and he was
That's it.
very little on the field.
No, I mean he's definitely an NFL wide receiver. Talent is all hell, you know. So we'll see. But what receiver do you go here that would complement them? To I don't know if there's somebody that's that I would maybe somebody more physical like Zay Flowers, you know, or Quentin Johnson, who Quentin Johnson's just a beast. But I think it's a little high for him here.
It's got to be Gonzalez for me.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's what I was about to say, Drew. I agree. I think they need to go Gonzalez.
They struggled all last year in secondary. I mean, it's got to be the pick.
Yeah, I mean they lose Slay. I mean, and they
I agree 100%, Tony. That's who I was thinking here. Honestly, that's why I said DB. But I think that's a really good pick.
I mean, especially getting rid of Jeff Okuda too. I mean, it just kind of everything.
This breaking news of gambling brought to you by DraftKings.
Arizona GM just came out and said that they're not trading DeAndre Hopkins, so he'll probably be traded before the end of the draft.
Yeah.
They're really holding on to him.
I mean, you can't give your quarterback that much money and then take away Hopkins. You know, I mean, Hopkins
I
is
agree.
you know, it's weird that they're even considering trading him. You know, but. Is this a Will Levis spot at all? I don't think so, but
I
I
don't
mean,
think so either. Mike couldn't make it this year. He said he'd be in for Friday and Saturday. I said we're not doing shows Friday and Saturday. So
because there's no
It
life
should-
on the weekend.
Hour and a half in, and we have done 10 picks on TV so far.
Oh, they're not. They didn't even announce the 11th yet.
No.
I'm not watching that at all. I mean, what's the point when you see all the draft picks? Yeah, you know, way prior.
Yeah, I watched the basketball game.
wow. Wow. You don't know about this one. If Albert Breer is correct, this is Jamar Gibbs to the Lions.
What in the fuck is going
It's Jamar Gibbs.
That would be.
You know what? There was a lot of talk with them going running back too, and I don't understand it. I mean, DeAndre Swift is kind of a stud. You know, I don't know. I mean, he got hurt last year, but he was good. And Jamal Williams, you see with that was a great 1-2 punch. But and they just signed.
Williams left though. Where's Williams at now?
Yeah, but they signed. Who the hell they signed?
Williams is with the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, but who did Detroit? Detroit just signed a running back.
Detroit signed David Montgomery.
That's right. So you sign a starting running back from another team. You already have DeAndre Swift. So let's blow a 12 on. Yeah. But honestly, listen, we're talking about the Atlanta Falcons making dumb picks. Now you're talking about the Detroit Lions making dumb picks. That's why these teams are not competitive. Yeah.
I don't
Golly.
I'm so lost. I'm so lost right now.
Who had Jahmyr Gibbs as the top 12 pick in this year's draft?
That's amazing.
I didn't have Robinson as a top 10 pick or top 15 pick. So I mean,
Well, I agree with you both, but I expected Robinson to be picked. Like you knew like a team was going to grab him. You know what I'm saying? But
people are not learning.
if the Eagles made this pick, I wouldn't hate it. I think that was really the only team on that I had pegged that a running back. could
I
be.
agree.
But I don't know what Jahmyr Gibbs is going to bring. Jahmyr Gibbs, DeAndre Swift, and David Montgomery in the same backfield. Both. I mean, I like Jahmyr. Listen, I like Jahmyr Gibbs, but it's like.
So do I.
That's not good.
So I mean,
Sorry.
is DeAndre Swift out of Detroit? I mean, is that what the writing on the wall is?
Yeah, it was after the signing of Montgomery. Tone. They did say that they were trying to get Swift out of here because they were sick and tired of him constantly getting hurt. That's what I read like a couple months ago.
It's the NFL. That running backs get hurt. It's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
See, I expected more from Dan Campbell than taking Gibbs at 12. Like that's surprising. It's not a logical pick.
one of the tight ends here wouldn't have been a bad pick. If they wanted to go on the offensive side of the ball with getting rid of
Hey, listen, let the tight ends drop. Let them drop.
I don't,
26.
if you're talking about Cowboys and the tight end, I only want Lair. I don't want any other tight ends.
I will be happy with Dalton Kincaid.
People are cheering in the stadium for the Jahmyr Gibbs pick, but I'm like, you're only cheering because you're on TV, not because you're actually happy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a name that they know. You know what I'm saying too. I mean, I can't believe they passed on Gonzalez. I mean,
God, I'm hoping he drops to Washington. That would be.
congratulations, by the way, of Dan Snyder becoming a
Thank
even
you.
richer.
It's been a long time coming.
Say what you want. That man got paid.
$6 billion? Whoa. It makes me wonder how a team like Dallas would go, like how much they would go for.
I'd have to say almost double.
To what?
to Washington.
Yeah.
The Cowboys. They sell the Cowboys. Jerry Jones sell the Cowboys. I mean, because first of all, owning the stadium is a cash cow just in itself, you know. And
Yeah.
The most beautiful stadium in the NFL.
Vegas?
No, Dallas.
Yes.
Been in that thing twice. It's beautiful.
I mean, look, it better look nice. The team and size not that great. He's just gonna look at.
so Forbes has the Cowboys listed as $8 billion, which
Yeah,
That's not fair. I figured it'd be 8 to 10.
That's low now.
it has to be low because I mean
There's no way.
they're worth, you know, and that's what I'm saying. Like you don't even have to build a new stadium or anything like that. Washington, you need to do
Everything.
a refab, you know. So it's like Jason Kelsey already meeting with Jalen Carter.
They're getting real excited about a running back. I guess they're trying, they're playing 1993 football.
Where do you think the Packers go? Packers wide receiver.
This has been rumored to be JSN for a very long time, and the irony that the irony I see there is you get rid of Aaron Rodgers and then you decide.
Draft a wide receiver in the first round. Yeah.
Yeah, that would. I don't know, man. I've always been off Jordan Love. This is just bad.
No, he's not. He's not a quarterback. No.
I mean, you have Watson out there. They lost the boy that's with the Jets now.
Lazard.
They lost Lazard. I mean, they got a lot. I mean,
They got Romeo Dubs and they got Christian Watson. That's it.
yeah. I mean, they got a couple other guys in there. But I think really, Brian, you're going to see one of the tight ends go here.
Yeah.
You think?
Hey, Kincaid and Rare.
Left, right?
I think from what I hear, Kincaid is who they like more than Manor, which is great because I don't,
Yeah, I really don't see him going corner, Tony. I don't see him going Christian Gonzalez here.
Why would they need cornerbacks when you got the Lions drafting friggin' running backs? They're
Jesus.
Wow. Lucas Van Ness.
Yeah.
Really? I was seeing him to the Chargers in the 20s.
Good. I don't want him.
Oh, wait.
No, don't F with me like that, dude.
A trade.
Yeah.
The Jets move back up again.
Oh, man. Jets got him. Wait, how does that make sense? They traded with the Packers to swap.
For the New York Jets get their pick back.
What?
No, see, I'm seeing Green Bay selected Lucas Van Ness.
Okay, 13 overall. Then oh, yeah, Packers. Yeah, Packers. Typo.
What the hell?
I'm still seeing Packers.
It's Packers, Brian.
People. Here I was rewriting my ticker.
Yeah.
All right.
New England, the Jets, and then Washington.
I don't love it, guys. I don't love that for the Jets.
For the Packers?
I mean, for the Packers. God dang it. For the Packers. Thank you. I don't like it at all. But I get it.
Like about Van Ness?
I just from what I read, and I don't watch a lot of Iowa games, so obviously I don't watch a lot of college football. But I mean, from what I've seen and what I've read is that he's very just like he was moved around a lot on defense, and he's not that typical edge rusher that has a ton of moves. Doesn't have a lot of burst. I mean, those are things that I was reading that was just negative reviews on him from a scouting report from several ones that I've read. So I don't know. I just don't think it's a good pick.
Listen, the only pick I want to hear is my boy JD Lorenzo getting drafted.
What's his projection?
I don't know. I mean, 5th, 7th probably, if I had to guess, but yeah, it's hard to think that there's
The 2023 NFL Draft. The Green Bay Packers select Lucas Van Ness, defensive end, Iowa. This is the guy that can get to the quarterback and stay home in the Midwest.
He is at a Bills party. Yes.
I'm not at a Bills party. I'm at a
Bills friends.
clown's house who happens to be a Bills fan. And a Rangers fan, so you can get along with him real well.
Well, we're both kind of pissed off.
He likes blue and red, white, and blue, huh?
I mean, he's from New York at least, so.
Makes sense.
They're a little excited. How hardcore football fan are you?
The New England Patriots.
Big time Giants fan.
What the hell are they going to do?
Texas, our dad's watching, and he's a big Cowboys fan.
Will Levis.
I mean, listen, wouldn't that?
Hey, it can happen. Anything is possible.
No. There's no way he's a Belichick project. No way.
I'm still gonna roll with the corner for New England. Bill loves his corner, so I mean Christian Gonzalez is still there. He's sliding. It's crazy.
God, I hope not.
Oh, trade.
Trade the Steelers. Steelers up.
Here we go. Christian Gonzalez.
We've learned to make it great. Every day, as much help as we can. Then the shows, you know, really tired
14 for 17 and 120.
on, as we say.
So 4th round pick.
Coming up in just a moment. You got a single that's out right now. About to
Joey Porter Jr. Yeah, that's what I figured they were going if you made it down that far initially.
Porter Jr. to over Gonzalez, though? I can't see that.
I can't either. Down goes Toronto. Tampa Bay makes it one more game.
I mean, speaking of Gonzalez, he's such a perfect fit in Dan Campbell's offense. Defense. I can't believe. Whatever.
Yeah, he does. I agree. I mean, and we talked about it, Tony. Detroit suffered last year. They didn't make the playoffs last year because of their defense and their coverage. They were one of the worst in the NFL, and I don't understand why they're not addressing that need. It's a need, and it's a high need. I don't get it. That's why we're not executives, GMs. Brian, I don't see. This has got to be corner. I don't see Pittsburgh going tackle here. There's no tackles on the board as we see it right now.
There is a
That's
tackle.
worthy of
Broderick
Who?
Jones.
Oh, Broderick Jones. Yeah, that is true. I forgot about him.
Exactly who they went with.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yep.
Steelers go with Broderick Jones, the tackle, and they jump the Jets, who possibly could have been looking there. I don't think they were looking there. I still don't think they were looking there.
Washington might have, though, because you're looking at Washington's biggest need is going to be tackle, offensive line, or corner.
You don't think Jets are looking at tackle? Their old line's not that great.
The Jets have drafted tackles like the last 2 years, though. Relatively high.
I want to say something real quick. This is if the way the board is looking right now. This is going to be very interesting if a certain guy is still there. If a certain guy is still there for the Chargers at 21, JSN. If he's there, I mean, I think everything changes. Then they will draft a receiver.
Patriots have traded the 14th pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers. With the 14th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Broderick Jones, offensive tackle, Georgia.
Do we like it?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Give Kenny Pickett some protection.
Myself, zero sugar iced tea with whatever's in it. Do you think who moves back? The Eagles?
Yeah, I think he was talking about the 30th pick for the Eagles.
Aaron and the Jets. Where do you put them now in the AFC?
Second in that division, still behind the Bills.
Do you think they can jump the Bills? I think they can jump the Bills. I think their defense is fantastic.
No, the Bills' defense is too good. The Bills' offense is better. The Bills had a top 3 defense last year. Like, you're not.
That got exposed in the playoffs.
Well, their best defensive lineman was hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was hurt.
No, it's still the Bills for me. I mean, could they step back? Maybe. I think James Cook will actually step up this year and be a better running back than,
Singletary.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with the NFL. You're talking about this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, and the next thing you know,
I don't
best defensive lineman's hurt.
I don't see why the Jets would take a wide receiver. I think they're more likely to take a tight end of anyone.
They would take a wide receiver just to give Aaron Rodgers another weapon.
Yeah, but how many more do you need?
Because he's been asking for it for so many years.
Fine. Garrett Wilson counts. Does someone take Harris Burnley now, top offensive tackles off the board?
I actually like the Broderick Jones pick a lot for Pittsburgh. It's a solid pick.
Chris Wilson says, "Does Levis drop out of round 1?" I think it's very possible. I mean, I don't. There's no team needs a quarterback.
No Tampa's looked at him.
That would be.
I'm not saying it's a good pick. I'm just saying I watched Levis play a lot, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of any of the quarterbacks in this draft, to be honest with you. I think all have big question marks, and
dude, Christian Gonzalez is going to make a team very happy.
God, I want him to go to Washington so bad.
Well, you're a pick away, buddy.
Jets need a corner?
No.
Probably not.
No. I'm waiting for Brian to say, wow.
I didn't see it yet.
The Jets select Will Levis.
Wow.
I mean, if it's something stupid, you just have me using my response.
One of Aaron Rodgers' mom is available for Zach Wilson.
He doesn't talk to his mom anymore.
I know
that's. Is she available for Aaron Rodgers?
Maybe that's why. So didn't he cut off his family a while ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the rumors that he was gay came out, and then it's been interesting. I think his brother was on The Bachelor right around when that happened.
He also said that he caught him like the same stuff with Kobe Bryant with his family. They were selling a lot of his memorabilia.
Right.
They were trying to get money out of it.
Brant, I
Yes.
just saw something on Twitter. Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
What if you bet against the Maple Leafs in every closeout game since 2013 and rolled it over?
Yeah.
$100 would have turned into 345 grand.
Wow.
If you just bet them every single time they had a closeout game and just kept going with it.
That's the money line.
Oh. DeAndre Swift could be on the move, boys.
As we stated 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
I thought something happened. Listen, if I'm the Jets, honestly, like I think a tight end makes a lot of sense. I do.
Still got nothing on that pick, man. I think could they be trading back?
I wonder if they're trying to move this pick right now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think, players like Gonzalez falling and maybe some team wants to shoot up the draft, take a chance on Levis. I mean, that's the two guys you think they would probably take a chance on.
I'll be something down the chart with the JSN.
At the moment, I really want a tight end. I really think the Cowboys are better off playing their offense between the hashes. That's where Lamb's
So why get rid of the offensive coordinator?
Dalton Schultz.
I don't think they want to pay him.
No, they listen. They have a listen. Their tight ends that are still on the roster are not bad. So I mean, I understand that, but you get rid of Moore as your offensive coordinator to go with somebody who doesn't play between the tackles. Mike McCarthy just wants to sling the ball around. I don't have much faith in it.
I don't know that our quarterback can do that. Which is why I'm saying, like, keep it between the hashes. Do what you're good at. You have outside guys now in Brandon Cooks and Gallup. I'm fine. Play CD in the slot. Get a pass-catching tight end to replicate what Dalton Schultz did. This guy's first name is even Dalton. Let's go with it. I take Clareton, but it doesn't really help.
I don't agree with this woman much, but Advil sinus is the way to go. Clareton is not. Listen, Advil sinus that you got to get over the counter. That you got to show your ID and everything like that.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's the stuff. That's the good stuff right there.
This is a true story. So when I was working in a pharmacy in my younger years in high school,
No pick in yet. We don't have a pick.
No. Go back to talking.
Literally phone up Aaron Rodgers. Hey, who do you want?
Pick is in.
why don't I know what the hell it is?
I don't know. Our sources are not helping.
Are they
us.
hiding it? Is it that bad?
Probably.
Can't be any worse than Jahmyr Gibbs.
That's so terrible. Will McDonald.
Oh, the end. The end.
That's a little high.
A little bit of a reach there.
Agree.
Oh man. Tell me there's a chance.
Over Miles Murphy, that's crazy.
Exactly. Right, Tone?
I hear you, but I don't know. Next up.
Got to be
So-
Christian Gonzalez.
So the question here is, do the Commanders cut him after year 2 or year 3? Whoever this pick is.
I hope it's Christian Gonzalez because cornerback's a big need.
This is, Brian, this is great for you and what you want. I don't know what Tony wants for Dallas.
I want
mean,
a tight end.
Tight ends are not getting picked right now, in which a lot. I mean, I would say, I would comfortably say over 85, 90% of mock drafts, at least one tight end was gone by pick 15. So this is looking good for you, bud.
That's what I want. And I think that's what Mike McCarthy wants.
Chargers fuck you over.
I would be even happy with a guy like Laporta from Iowa. I think he fits a lot of this
Not at 26.
No, not at 26. But say if a team grabs Kincaid or maybe Meyer gets there, like
Second round pick.
goes second or even third round pick. But you know what I'm saying? They're drafted.
I'm joined by Kyle Stickles, a Make-A-Wish kid who battled and overcame bone cancer. Kyle's wish is to announce the first round of his favorite team, the New York Jets.
Poor kid.
I'd like all of you to join me in cheering Kyle.
Listen. A Make-A-Wish for a Jets fan, those jokes just write themselves, okay?
Jesus.
I'm just saying.
God.
The NFL, the New York Jets, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Northeastern New York for giving me this opportunity tonight. Yeah. With the 15th pick in the 2023 NFL.
Thank you for turning it down.
Jets. Select Will McDonald, linebacker, Iowa State.
Somehow the Orioles keep winning.
Baseball's been weird this first month.
Will McDonald played for the Jets. How about this? There has been no Iowa State player selected in the first round since George Amundsen in 1973. But here is Will McDonald coming back.
No, I'm all in on it. That's what I want. Which means they won't do it.
He plays that route for the Cyclones, and he is a bad man when it comes to getting after the quarterback. And he's a bit undersized.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry, Brant.
What the fuck is it?
Brian's
What the fuck
about to
is
show
it?
you. Oh.
Hey, it's a corner. Hey. It makes you wonder why Gonzalez is dropping now, though.
So we'll see if they get cut by year 3 or year 4. But Emmanuel Forbes is a Washington Commander.
He'll probably get cut after 3.
That's it.
I mean, it's not a huge stretch. I mean,
No, but I don't know why Christian Gonzalez still on this board. I don't understand this. Who is he? Like, what other corner falls like? I mean, I don't know.
I probably don't like his last name. Meanwhile, Atlanta's up 2 with 6 minutes in the third. What a freaking game!
like, do you know the frame of Emmanuel Forbes? He's 6'1", but guess how much he weighs?
How much?
166. My God. I mean, he's going to match up great against Devontae Smith.
Tony reeling it in. I don't know what his body
We
mass
go
index
live
is.
to our Commanders correspondent Brett Meeks, who looks like he's in pain. Now he doesn't want to look like he's what's he doing? Is he that upset? All right.
No, he's not.
No, I
Brent's
just-
Brent's cool. Brent's cool.
It makes you wonder what is happening with Gonzalez where he's dropping because yeah.
No, it's definitely a. I don't know. I mean, character concerns can't be a thing. I mean, Jalen Carter went off the board, right?
No, and like if you're gonna go with Emmanuel Forbes, why not Joey Porter Jr., who is taller, right? Yeah, I don't know.
How much for the refiner then?
Wait, how did that get out of here? That is definitely not for sale.
I mean, and
14 interceptions over 3 seasons is what they're banking on.
yeah,
'Cause you have,
how many against Will Levis though?
but Christian Gonzalez, he didn't pick off any in 2020 or 2021, so maybe his ball skills are the question.
Well, you know who has unquestioned ball skills, and he's not with us tonight. That's Mike Galetta. But yeah, it's definitely I don't know though. I mean, interceptions on the college ranks with that much. I mean, they still threw at him, right? I mean, Christian Gonzalez,
It'll be interesting to see how far he drops now. Because for most people, unquestioned best player on the board.
Well,
The
the
best
Rangers
cornerback on the board.
The Rangers scored as many goals tonight as I did.
I love it. I love it. Jersey Devils, baby.
Name 3 players.
Name 3 players.
Yeah.
Timo Meyer, Jack.
No, I didn't ask you. You can name the whole team. I didn't ask you.
Listen, all you need is Jack Hughes. That's all you need. Like, come on. I mean, it's one of them things.
Vitek Vanacek.
Brian, trying to try.
Yeah, see, like over Forbes, I would have rather we almost gone tight end. Just I don't know. I feel like the wind out of my sails a little.
What about
bit.
Will Levis?
No, God, no. I'm actually on the Sam Howell train this year. I like how he played against Dallas.
You know what? I'll take Sam Howell 8 times and twice on Sunday because Sam Howell was way better than Will Levis.
All right.
And
game's over. I'm gonna go kill myself. I mean, pee.
I thought he was a 2nd or 3rd round pick last year.
Oh, what happened, Brian?
Devils beat the Rangers, so he could, maybe we could do a red room or whatever the hell, the red truth. The Garden State.
The red truth. Is the series over, or how many games is that for?
The Devils are up 1 now.
3-1 and Devils are up. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, because we all do know, Brian. It's 3-2, right? What did I say, 3-1? Yeah, the Rangers came up 2-0, and then the Devils won last 3. So.
Commanders fans had no idea. They were looking around at each other when they made that pick.
Yep.
Okay. Ian Rappaport said this was their guy all along.
Who are you referring to? Forbes?
Yeah.
Patriots taking Christian Gonzalez.
That's about right.
Well, I guess is this still the Pats pick or is this Steelers pick?
No, it's Steelers pick. All right. Everything reversed.
Steelers pick. Pats pick. They traded.
Yeah. Yeah, he hit it in reverse, but I mean, we talked about when New England was first about the draft to take Christian Gonzalez. They dropped back.
It's not necessarily his hands as much as it is his eyes. And he is, to me, the most instinctive pure quarterback in this class because he can play man and info. That's the versatility. A lot of times you get caught out in what kind of man company. There's another step for zone in his eyes, trusting his eyes. And I think the length, when you sit there and play in the zone, get that length, it's hard to get the ball over top of it.
Hey, can someone shut the TV down?
He's not so big. Right. He's physical. He's not afraid to come up and hit me. I'm glad you mentioned that because people talk about his size. They're 166 pounds.
Thank you.
I had to guess. Brant, if you can hear me, I muted you because Drew asked me to.
TV's too loud.
I mean, look, that's exactly what Bill wanted, right? So
A lot of he got a lot of success with defensive backs from Oregon, right? Patrick Chung actually had a career there. He looked absolutely awful. I don't know if Brees is my top-rated defensive tackle. I don't think so.
I mean, look, Rangers lose. I'm going to save a couple $1,000 in playoff tickets.
Well, I mean, they did lose, and the best team's winning. So I mean, the better team's winning.
I don't necessarily think that's the case.
Who was the higher seed?
That means nothing in hockey. Nothing.
It did this series.
It really didn't.
I don't know who's crying more, Drew's kid or Brian Attard right now.
I mean, I don't think I'm crying at all, actually. So now Detroit's up.
What running back is on the board that they could take?
Let's see. I don't have any in my top 60 players. They already went. Would you consider? I mean, would they
tight end?
Would they consider Levis? I mean, are they tied to Goff?
No, I'd stay Goff, but tight end is a big need for them right now. They don't have one.
Well, I didn't really understand the TJ.
So it's running back.
Zach Charbonneau from UCLA.
That'd be funny.
No, I didn't understand the Hawkinson trade. I don't know why they got rid of him. I mean, he seemed like
in the division.
Yeah, and that's even weirder. And it's like it just really didn't make sense. Nothing.
I don't think they wanted to pay him.
So you take a replacement in Kincaid here? I mean, I could see that. I just think if they do, I mean, if they do take a quarterback Levis here, I mean, that just kind of sets everything back for them.
Congratulations, Phil. Thank you. Who's that?
Thanks for holding up the photograph and Gonzalez is today. This is a great pick from
Let's see what kind of idiot nonsense the Lions pull off.
So he's 6'1", he's 197 pounds. He started his career, as you see, in Colorado before Prime got there, and then he ended up going to.
I mean, Kincaid.
I'm wondering, like, where you think JSN's going to end up, man? There's a lot of teams that are not in the market right now for wide receiver. I mean, maybe in the 20s, right? Yo, he ain't making it to the Chargers, bro. I know you want him to, but I don't see it happening.
I didn't think it would be possible.
I mean, you guys are that hard on
What is it actually?
not on him.
I haven't seen a price for that.
I think.
Oh, they put it out. If you get it now, before some.
I think he's solid. I mean, he's not a game changer. I think there's receivers in this draft that could be more game changer, more explosive, long term, better. I mean, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams out there with your, a nice fit, obviously, but
I think it's something where it's like
I wouldn't be sad with another receiver, something different. A little bit more of a physical profile. I mean,
I can't hear one thing you're saying. The T is too loud.
another one of these.
Such a
Thank you.
Get away. This is your season, your space, and your place to bring it all to life. Do more this season. Spring Black Friday savings at the Home Depot.
All right, I gotta get ready to go to sleep and get up for work tomorrow. Goodness gracious, it has been fun. Thank you all for having me.
all right, bud, have a good one.
See ya.
I mean, there's some receivers late that I like a little bit more than taking a first round receiver. Josh Downs for one. I think Josh Downs is phenomenal. I mean, he made some, with him and Drake May. Shout out to
Lions
Luke
taking
May.
Jack Campbell.
There you go.
Why is he laughing?
Now that's a I mean, football player, right? I mean, Campbell,
Yeah.
sideline to sideline, typical linebacker, makes, I mean, he's what you would think a Dan Campbell linebacker would be. I mean, he makes plays all over the place. It's crazy to think that this Iowa defense, who I didn't think was that great last year, solid but not great, had two players already. So
No, I was laughing, Brian, because it's just like Jack Campbell. I have him as my number one linebacker on the board for me. So it's I get the pick, and I'm with Tony on it. But I don't know, man. I just feel like the Detroit's just fumbling in this draft.
Isn't that what Detroit generally does with everything?
Yeah, but I thought tides are turning. Man, I don't get any of these two picks at all.
that's the. I mean, I get the Campbell pick. I mean, they needed it, but I mean, they could have drafted. Well, obviously, they could have came out of this draft with Gonzalez and Campbell, or something,
Yeah.
or something like that, and then you would have been like, you know what, we like what he did. They're trying to build defense, everything like that. But now with the when you fumble Jahmyr Gibbs pick, who Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be a good player. Let's not say he's not, but it's just not the need there,
No, it's not. Well, and then you traded out for number 6, right? You traded back from 6 to end up getting a running back when you could have stayed at 6 and got Jalen Carter to fill in that trenches, or a Christian Gonzalez, or whatever corner you want to go get. And then I would have been okay with them getting Jack Campbell if that's someone that they wanted to get. I'm with you, Tone. But tight end would have been. I think the tight ends have more value right there than Jack. That's just the way I'm looking at it. It's just a need that they could address and get. But maybe we'll get in the second round.
I mean, would you have? I don't know if I go Campbell over Nolan Smith though. He's more of a disruptor,
Yeah.
I mean, they're different types of players. So obviously, they're trying to fulfill a need on their defense, but
Right.
I mean, you put Nolan Smith on the other side of
Aiden.
Yeah, my boy Hutchinson. It's
nasty.
I think that kind of is a nice little equalizer there. But
I agree. Would you say defense? I think you and I would be agreeing on this. Defensive ends is more of a premier need than it is a linebacker, right? I mean,
unless that linebacker, his name's Micah Parsons, or something like that, where they play all over the place. But listen, it's very simple in today's NFL. You need to pressure the quarterback.
Yeah,
because you really can't play, a man defense or some of these corner schemes. You can't touch the receivers. So the only way to do it is to get up in the quarterback's face and pressure him.
I agree.
You know, that's why it makes it even more surprising that Gonzalez fell is like he's a press man corner. You know.
Yep.
You just put him on an island, but
Well, Bill's gonna love him. I think that's would you say that's the steal of the draft so far, gentlemen? Christian Gonzalez landing on.
I mean, I had him much higher than this.
I mean, he was.
I mean, I had Nolan Smith higher
quarterback
than this. He's
as well.
still so.
Or maybe Philly taking Jalen Carter at 10 or 9.
Yeah, I think that's a because talent wise, he's a top 2 pick, right?
Yeah,
and you get him at 10.
Agree.
See what happens.
It's gonna the NFC East is gonna be a tough division, man. Shoo. Who's at 19, Bry?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Derwin James here. Yeah, good. Yeah, it would be a good place to put that video up.
Of who?
Your founding friend.
I don't have it.
You lost that video already?
No, it's somewhere. I don't have it under this. Oh, do I?
I mean, you gotta give the people what they want, get the crowd excited. Kalia Kansas pick.
Great pick.
Yeah. Okay. This would have been a spot that I would have been surprised to take a shot at Will Levis, right? I mean, who was it? Some I think it was Daniel Jeremiah, one of the guys had them mocked to take a wide receiver here, which would be absolutely insane.
Dude, I saw somebody mocking the Chargers to take Hendon Hooker. I'm like, what? Come on, dude. You're just being retarded.
I don't know what round you're talking about, but
in this first round,
that's hopefully they're not getting paid for their opinion. Our one Bucks fan who actually has knowledge of the game, Kevin Groman, said that he'd rather have Nolan Smith and different position. You know, I guess that is a need, but yeah.
You want to blow 3 minutes?
The Bucks are staying here taking a defensive back. I'm telling you, they're not moving down. I'm telling you, it'd probably be smart for them to move down, but I just hope they get Fitzpatrick and not Derwin James. The only thing that could happen is that they move down and think they can get Fitzpatrick. Is that they can move down and get Fitzpatrick.
Bucks traded to the Bills.
Traded the pick.
Yeah.
But I want Fitzpatrick. I don't want James. I want Fitzpatrick. Jesus.
Edmonds.
Damn it!
And you have a live reaction from the Bucks fan.
Man, he 1 pick away. You kidding me? Damn it.
How mad you were mad. You kind of knew that was coming though.
Shit.
When they didn't get Rosen, they had to switch up their thing.
They're gonna get Derwin James. Damn it.
Dude, listen.
They're
There's somebody with a
tackle.
parrot hat on. This is your fan base. I'm just letting you know. There's somebody with a goddamn parrot hat on.
So they traded back to 12 to take a lineman.
Oh, God, don't say that, please.
You might be good just for like reaction purposes. This is Derwin James. Whoa!
Look at him!
Wow!
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Wait, we already broke 6 chairs, so that might be
Oh my
another one.
god. Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
Yo, I'm fire! Yo, man, says fire the cannons. That's what Paul says.
Oh my god.
Fire the cannons.
Oh my god. I can't. Oh
He's
my
happy.
God.
At least Mike. At least he's happy. He's playing for him.
Oh my god. I'm gonna throw up.
I don't, he's kind of off camera right now.
Oh my God.
He's really not happy. Call it what it is. He's still the best D tackle in the draft. I mean, you can say. Yep. Are you all right?
Good?
You okay? He's so mad.
Why are you mad?
They got the worst secondary in the league. They got 2 guys there sitting there. They weren't gonna give us that. You gotta get Derwin James. Yeah. I'm gonna start changing.
Let's see.
I'm gonna have to change allegiance soon. I can't deal with this anymore.
You know, the best part of that video is the fact that, one, he's the same idiot who did not like the Tom Brady signing, and 2, Vita Vea was an integral part to that run in the Super Bowl. So he was against both moves that
He wanted to change allegiances.
well, his team that he was going to change the allegiance to a Super Bowl. So it just goes to show what type of person and mental midget he is. But at least it's entertaining.
The Seattle Seahawks.
Seattle, what is?
Listen, again, Levis.
I mean, are they always? Isn't somebody always trying to?
This is what I
Geno Smith, right?
Fallon, this is what I do. Fallon, that was really good. You and Tony to come over the other night to play cards. That was fun.
Yeah, you guys took all my money as fucking assholes.
Drew, I'm being told that you're muted if you're talking.
Would you guys play poker?
Yeah.
And then fucking, I just saw the bear run their ass.
Yeah.
Texas Hold'em or just like dealer
Yeah,
choice?
well, one of our friends who is the most annoying person on the planet went on vacation, so I decided to have a quick poker game. He wasn't there.
Quarterback here, yeah.
Damn. Should have let me know. I'd have made the drive. What is it, about 2.5?
If you want to come, listen. If you're gonna make a trip, I will schedule a card game.
I mean, I'm down to come up and visit.
You live in that retirement life.
It's long overdue, man. We've been talking about it for a while. We were trying to see a game together, I think, or something like that.
One thing you got to realize about Brian is he's very antisocial. This is most
Not true.
social interaction.
No,
Most people don't like him to be in his presence. So
I have people that I like and I enjoy their company. And there's people that I don't and I don't enjoy their company.
this is the name of the poker invitational.
Yes, correct. And I love Dave. I just don't want to play cards with Dave ever again.
We'll be playing cards with Dave on Saturday night, I believe.
So annoying.
He's
right?
back from. Unfortunately, he did have a bout of chicken pox, and I was rooting hard for the chicken pox.
Yeah,
but
who gets chicken pox at 38? Right?
I don't know. That's crazy.
Who is in the market for a receiver here? Are listen? The Chargers could use a wide receiver. I'm letting you know.
Yeah, I know.
So I mean, the way this has come down,
What's taking Seattle so long to make the pick?
they're probably trying to figure out: do we really take Will Levis here? Because we were going to take a quarterback at 5, and now we didn't.
I mean,
I would be trying
to work with one of those teams that have
David,
early.
but it wasn't shingles; it was legitimate chickenpox. Like legitimate chickenpox.
He never had it.
Never had it before.
It's a shame too, because I hear shingles is painful.
It is.
Bang.
More pain, the better.
God, this Boston Atlanta series has been amazing. Oh, great play. Al Horford still doing it, Tone.
He couldn't do it when he was in Philly, that's for sure.
No, he could not. I was waiting for that. No, he could not.
That's a lot of Brett Brown. I mean, listen, you just had to watch Jimmy Butler go off, and
Hey, how does it going to work with Ime signing with Houston? Does Houston have to give up assets for that?
No, he was let go, I believe, completely.
Oh, he was like, oh, I thought he was still under contract with Boston. That's why.
You can't bang the help, which Seahawks took your boy. Seahawks took your boy, Drew.
You took Jason?
Yep.
Oh, good pick.
Wow.
Right ahead of you.
I mean, how many receivers do they need?
I mean,
yeah, I'm okay with that.
If that's who you like, I see it. But like I said, I don't see him as he's solid. He's a solid receiver. It's just.
So it's going to be either the charge is going to be either tight end or D end, and I hope it's D end.
No,
I just don't understand why we need why you
Nolan Smith or Miles Murphy. Those are two guys that I want.
I mean, they're both there. I mean, it makes some sense, I don't. I mean, I guess they're all in on Geno Smith. They gave him a weapon, so that's.
Yeah, but let's be honest, right? I mean, they could take Levis on the top of the second. There are no quarterback spots right now. So.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, this is kind of how weather's look. Now you're getting to the range where teams are going to try to charge, maybe trade up if to leapfrog one of those teams early if they want a quarterback. You can see some of these teams trading back.
Yeah, it's true. You could.
So you got them, you got the Ravens.
That's chemistry. What about this foolish red? Personally,
I mean, I guess the only team that you would have to try to jump right now is the possibility of them trying to take Levis to Kirk Cousins in the future, maybe. Because at the end of this, I don't see any other team taking a quarterback.
That's true. That's true.
New Orleans, possibly. But they're at 30, so, I mean.
Jason fits. I mean, it's kind of a need for Seattle. I don't mind it, man. I mean, it's a good trio of receivers they have. They got the burner, they got DK, and I think they got JSN, who could be that dude that could be a third down conversion type of guy. So
there's nothing bad to really say about them. It's just difficulty sometimes with guys who aren't. Yeah, and some of the receivers that really pan out, like elite. I mean, everybody gets falls in love with the size speed ratio, that kind of stuff, and he doesn't have any of that. But he's just good. Yeah. He just runs good routes. He just does does a lot of good things. Finds the zone well. Sits in, makes the catch.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how. I mean, I would probably rather have Marvin Harrison Jr. off that team.
And I was gonna say that, Tony. I'm like next year, because obviously this is gonna be one more year for Keenan Allen. He's done. I wouldn't mind if the Chargers trading up for Marvin Harrison. I mean, that could be the future for you for the next 10 years. So,
You talking about for next year?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think Marvin's already better than JSN.
That's what I said. Yeah,
He's the
They
difference
do.
maker on our
They
offense. He
do.
was the difference maker. Like JSN had really good numbers, but you could tell it's just different. Harrison's that guy.
Drew, who do you want?
I'm good with either or, honestly, with Nolan Smith or Miles Murphy, but I'll take Nolan Smith if I had to pick.
You wouldn't like a tight end right here?
No.
Zay Flowers is right here.
No, I definitely don't want Zay Flowers. I'll take Zay Flowers in second. Or
I mean,
trade
Zay
back.
Flowers,
Or
you
trade
know,
back.
the Chargers have a lot of those kind of Zay Flowers size, type receivers already. So I don't see him being that option here.
Because he can get off the line of scrimmage. He doesn't need formation variation in order to win.
Or Brian Branch. I wouldn't mind if they go Brian Branch. I think it might be just a little bit too early.
That's what she said.
Anyone. Look out for Seattle. They have to be one.
This is the ugliest graphic.
No, I don't want Michael Mayer.
I mean,
kind of recognition for us last year. I don't know why that became a thing. It's like Gerald Everett did an amazing job as a tight end. So I it's not a need. Be easy with me. Do you have it?
Yeah.
I didn't know Lockett was 32 years old. That's crazy.
Yeah,
you don't really feel it, right?
Yeah, that's
No,
what
no.
I nah. And he was really good last year too. I mean, until he got hurt.
Yeah.
So a little bit, DK is a
Cal-
guy that can go to headlines because he's absolutely freak. But production wise and everything else, I mean, Tyler Lockett is right there with him.
Yeah.
But it's it.
I get why the Cowboys are linked to a tight end. I understand it. If you're not in love with Ferguson and whoever else you guys have, I mean, I get it.
But it's not even just that. I honestly, I really do think that the way the league is going, a team with two good tight ends it's an extremely hard matchup defensively. Well, they're taking a wide receiver.
No!
I like it. I like it. I like it though.
Did you want to know which one, or you already got it?
He's my favorite receiver out of this draft.
Not mine.
I mean, besides Dallas Downs and them guys, I think. Listen, Quentin Johnson is a freak. He's a freak. I mean, you got Mike Williams on the other side that is similar size, and he's
the same player, Tony.
Yeah,
why do I want the same type of player? I don't need
he's
it.
unreliable though. I would have listen. If Quentin Johnson and Justin Herbert could be very good for a very long time. Like, I mean, I don't understand why you were so in love with a guy who does everything average when this guy could actually be the freak of the draft.
I'm not so in love with JSN. I just I picture Jason as like the heir apparent to Keenan Allen because Keenan Allen won't be there. This is his final year. So that's why I was looking at it like, okay, this is somebody who could be better than Keenan Allen because he's younger and he's an elite route runner with good hands, and something that the Chargers were missing last year. They also missed that explosive burst. So what does Quentin Johnson bring that to me? It's the same thing. It's him and Mike Williams. It's the same type of receiver, Tone. So why not go for a defensive
I
end
think
that's better than Khalil Mack?
Type of receiver because the 6'3", 210, whatever. But I just think Quentin Johnson has the ability to be better. Mike Williams just doesn't come. He doesn't bring it every game.
I agree with you 1,000%. I agree with you at that point.
I think Mike Williams is more talented. He's just injured more. I think it's injury issues with Mike Williams. I think he's just not available enough. You look at Quentin, we were just talking about that. 9 out of the 13 games, he averaged 42 yards a game. Like, is that a difference maker? No, that's not.
No. So the problem with that is, though, if you look at it with his second half of the season, because Quentin Johnson, I had Quentin Johnson in fantasy, and his second half of the season is he was a monster because in the first half TCU was trying to figure out their offense. Quentin Johnson was hurt. I think he missed the game. I mean, yeah, there were some issues there, but Mike Williams was a top 5 projected player from that. But he hasn't been that top 5 projected player.
I don't think.
No, I agree.
Back at all.
Jack
Charbonnet.
I think he means Charbonnet. And where does Zay Flowers go? I think the Giants are all over him.
No, bro, that guy is literally like 7 inches shorter than him.
I mean, they need to get some wide receivers because they just paid Danny Dimes all that money.
I don't like Zay Flowers for the Giants at all. They had no clue how to use our boy that's in Kansas City now. You know what I'm saying? And he's
Ravens go Zay Flowers here since supposedly they're not getting DeAndre Hopkins.
I don't.
Is that a possibility?
When you talk.
Show you a lot of money.
So now Baltimore just committed a lot of money. We can have a discussion, see if that makes sense or not. But what do they do?
Baltimore?
I mean, is this a Nolan Smith spot?
Man. Yeah, Baltimore defensive end, right? Or receiver. 2 things that I'd be looking at for them. You still got 2 big powerhouses at defensive end, Miles Murphy and Nolan Smith. And I don't know about the Zay Flowers going here to Baltimore. I don't know about that one.
You're probably right. Defensive end makes more sense here for them, just the way they draft.
2 powerhouses, man. Got 2 powerhouses there.
I just know that, you know, Lamar really wanted another wide receiver, not just one. So
I don't think Lamar gives a
just paid
shit right
him
now.
all
He's
that-
making $185 million guarantee.
I mean, I agree, but you just paid him all that money, and they've obviously made promises for him to re-sign there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's a great pick for you. Like, we even need a guard.
Oh my God, wide open. Oh. You see that, Tone? Wide open shot?
Yeah, Boston's pulling away now.
Oh, God. Are you ahead of me? How much time do you have left on your screen?
228.
ESPN is not
Okay,
showing me
no,
anything.
same.
208 now.
Oh yeah, you're way ahead of me.
Yeah.
Baltimore, dude, I don't. We could have discussion about that. They're not going to win.
Yeah, I mean, you listen. You just hate Lamar Jackson. We get it. You hate
I-
running quarterbacks. We get it. I mean, listen. You said you said they're not going to be a playoff team. They won 10.
I said I don't know if they're a playoff team.
Like, what's that?
I said I don't know if they're a playoff team.
How do you even question if they're a playoff team? Like right now, I mean, there hasn't been an exodus of stuff. They got a help, somewhat weapon for them.
Jets got better. They're a playoff team next year. Broncos might sneak in.
Nah.
Okay.
Russell Wilson was awful last year. He was awful.
This is not last year anymore.
Yeah, it was like they're thinking the system's going to fix Russell Wilson. That wasn't all system, man.
No, not at all.
It looks like he fell off a cliff and hit every branch on the way down, man. It's ugly. It was ugly last year.
Yeah, it was awful, and there was a lot of people that were trying to make excuses for him, which I didn't understand. I just didn't, because if you watched him throw the ball, he looked bad. They're trying to ship away both his receivers and Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. Javonte Williams is coming off injury. I don't know. Like, what's that defense going to do? The defense isn't going to do enough to.
Wow.
Oh wow. They did it. Say Flowers. Well, you can't say now that Baltimore Ravens don't try to help out LJ because he's got help now.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, he's very similar to Hollywood Brown, right? In that aspect, and we Jackson was able to kind of make moves and hit Hollywood Brown on a number of plays that went right through his hands, which we'll see. But I think top three tight end. See what OBJ has.
Minnesota could be an interesting spot for a wide receiver, given the fact that they just lost. What's his name? Adam Thielen.
I mean, you think what? Zay Flowers jumps right in there for Duvernay, takes his reps immediately. Better player. Even Duvernay got some wheels. I mean, it just kind of adds to that. Rashad Bateman is a guy who's shown some promise too. So,
Yeah. I think he does take reps, though, Tone.
What's that?
I think he will take the reps.
Yeah, and then it doesn't force Beckham to kind of be that number one receiver at all. Spread it out a little bit.
Would you say OBJ and Zay are different type of receivers?
Yeah, one has both ACLs.
It doesn't like get shit on the chest.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a good one. That's for sure. But no, yeah, I think they're just different now at this point in their careers, especially with OBJ just not being the same kind of guy.
I wouldn't be surprised, Brian, to see Baltimore go running back and defensive end in the later rounds, just because of the inconsistency out at running back. What's his name from the torn ACL?
That would be something. I don't know. I don't see that.
Yeah. I just think that you're this might be a spot for running back if they could try to move off of
Trey Young. You fell apart.
Dalvin Cook. Nah, Trey Young. He was just voted as the most overrated player by his peers, so that says a lot, right?
So I'm hearing that the Chiefs and Raiders called up to Dallas to trade up, and Dallas said no.
Vikings are under clock, right?
Yeah.
So if you're in the Cowboys get a tight end camp, the board's falling very nicely. And I'm in that camp.
I mean, I might be even in the camp to not go tight end because of some of the talent that's out there. You know, I mean, you could get a replacement for Dexter Lawrence if Murphy or Smith, you know, is out there, especially Murphy. You know, he's more of that prototypical defensive end. I would probably rather go that way. But you have to think that giving Mike McCarthy another weapon on offense is to make him throw more is not what I want.
Yeah, but
if they do go tight end, I'd like Mayer over Kincaid because he's just a phenomenal blocker. He's a complete tight end. But yeah.
No. There's one thing Tony, that Johnson is better than Mike Williams. He's a hell of a lot faster.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what his 40 time is, but he did play pretty fast.
4.42.
Yeah.
Oh, Brilliant Williams ran a 4.6.
Which was a little bit slower than expected.
Yeah. I'm gonna be watching nothing but Quentin Johnson highlight tape all night tonight.
Listen, I liked him. I had him in fantasy.
Cowboys now minus 400 to go tight end.
Well, there's two of them are left, so I mean, and you can't think Minnesota's going tight end here, so
not after last year, no.
Yeah, which that exactly that also made the Hawkinson trade even weirder. It's like you just drafted a tight end, and now you're. I don't know.
Here's what they are talking about here. Let's not call it for DeJounte Murray to come back over. Snyder's got one timeout left, so that's a free one right here. That's a free timeout right here. So, I mean, but you take advantage of it. If the officials are holding up play, call a player over, get something to make sure the instructions are there. Keep in mind, you said it. Atlanta has one timeout left. So they put 2 seconds.
What's the odds for the Cowboys taking a defensive end?
Plus 800.
I like that.
The next, they're plus 100 for a receiver. That's the second best odds.
Trying to think off the top of my head who's out there.
Minnesota is taking their sweet time.
People are loving the pick. I guess Johnson was a huge yak guy.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll grow on it.
Listen, I don't understand. Like if your boy was like such like had like a little bit better measurables with some phenomenal freak, something like that, I could see being upset about it, but I don't think it would be a surprise to anybody if Johnson had a better career than him.
You're muted, Alex. You're mute. You're mute.
No. I'm having an argument with this dude about Lamar Jackson's MVP year. He's trying to tell me Josh Allen's had 3 years statistically better. But when you look at it, the dude had 3 times as many interceptions as Lamar did in that same year. So it's just funny to me. That's not statistically better. And he's arguing about yards that matter. But if you don't score touchdowns, they have the same amount of touchdowns in MVP year as, it's funny to me. It just makes me laugh. Yards that don't equal touchdowns don't mean shit to me. That's the point of my argument.
Well, turnovers are the key there. I mean,
This has been a really weird draft.
I guess Jordan Addison, it'd be their target.
That would be my guess.
Addison's the pick.
There you go.
Oh, he just got drafted ahead of the Cowboys? Yeah, Addison. What I was saying, I guess Addison would be the target. I meant for the Cowboys if they were going receiver. But listen, I would.
Oh.
That's fine. That's fine. I'd rather give me Miles Murphy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Right? Would you be mad if Dallas went D-end?
Not at all. I think you have to. I think it's a huge need.
Yeah. Helps Micah Parsons out.
Well, you have Lawrence.
Would you be mad at that, Brian?
No, but I prefer the tight end. I'm not worried about their defense.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, just betting wise, I think it's a pretty good because.
I don't dislike it for them.
Give me Nolan Smith, Miles Murphy because he's more true D end, or Mayer. I could sleep at it. I could sleep at it. I'd be all right.
Oh, we got a trade.
The New York Jets.
Giants are up.
Pissed off all the receivers being gone.
Well, if
Boston.
I mean, this has to be Addison then, right after trading up. Oh no, when?
Addison's gone.
Yeah, no. Well, you know it's not a tight end.
Who are they trading up for? I'm trying to figure
Consensus here is Nolan Smith. Or maybe Deontay Banks.
24. Listen to this. 24 for 25, 160, and 240.
$24 for 25, 160, and what?
240. They gave up 2 picks to go one spot.
Meanwhile, the what do you call them? The Bears.
The Eagles only gave up 1 pick to move up where they one spot.
I don't understand that. I really don't.
It's because they want their guy. And they think
What it was is they probably called him and said, "Hey, are you taking him?" And they said, "No. Like, we'll give you a 4th if you let us take it, so nobody else can jump in front of him."
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, it makes sense that they're jumping in front of Dallas to do either a receiver or defensive.
They moved 25, right? Never mind. I was going to say the ESPN's not updated.
That's the only reason why they would move. They'd like a receiver that Dallas likes or defensive end.
Yeah, but they're already headed Dallas, weren't they? They were already ahead of Dallas coming into this.
The
They
Giants?
literally just
So hold on. What was the trade again?
25, 160, and 240 for 24.
Who the Giants trade up with?
Jacksonville.
Right, Jackson. So hold on. So
Oh,
it is-
Jacksonville.
why would they do that?
I guess because they. Well,
Why would that doesn't even make sense?
Eagles did it. Maybe they thought the Dallas would try to jump them.
Unless Jacksonville just played them both against each other. Didn't they just trade for Darren Waller?
Yeah.
They did.
So tight end would be extremely surprising.
A 2 tight end set.
They're not
Quarterback
going
can't put the ball downfield.
I don't. Addison Jefferson. Kirk Cummers will put up some more numbers and lose.
The Giants are picking Maryland cornerback Deontay Banks.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, he was a target of Dallas too, so it makes a little sense.
Yeah, but still.
They must have been afraid that they would get the Jacksonville as the pick, you know.
It looks like it's very possible that Anton Harrison is the pick for the Jaguars. That's not yet confirmed. Thanks, it is, David Jones.
Now, Porter Jr. is definitely an option here for the Cowboys because you already said the pick is in for. I mean, he's got the length that the Cowboys like in the defensive backs.
Could be our job. Sports. But here's the thing. If you feel me, whatever it takes, my brain could be like,
Who's that you said Jacksonville trade talk?
Well, we think it's Anton Harrison, but I haven't seen confirmation of that.
Rates of top high yield savings accounts. It's the smartest way to get the most out of your savings. Well, in that case, I'll have another call for you.
oats, almonds, regular.
Did you get it? It's because earlier she was up in the air and now she's down.
Okay.
I thought it was good.
Your wallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
Deontay Banks is a very similar name to a player the Giants took at cornerback a couple years ago named DeAndre Baker. Safety and safety.
The Showboats take on the Gamblers. Then Sunday at 4, the Generals battle the Panthers. Week 3 USFL action heats up this weekend on Fox.
Buffalo is now traded up.
Buffalo jumps ahead of Dallas.
They did. For what?
They're not going to get a tight end. Porter, do they need a corner? Does Buffalo need a corner?
The New York Giants select Deontay Banks, defensive back, Maryland. So the aforementioned
27 and 130, Brian.
he was just selected by the New York Giants. He's going to play his football.
130 to go up 2 spots.
Mm-hmm.
So who does Buffalo take?
Who's Buffalo after? Is Buffalo after the tight end? I don't think so.
Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah, I mean, not in Dalton Knox stepped up last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of had a weird. Did they lose their safety?
They did. Brian Branch.
I guess.
This Terrence right here. They supposedly need a guard really bad, according to the Bills expert sitting to my left.
Matthew Berry loves Quentin Johnson with the Chargers, so it's probably going to be a disaster.
I mean, he is a TCU receiver. There's not a real good track record for that in the first round.
I think it's Osiris.
That's it? Yeah. Progressive's Home Quote Explorer makes it easy to compare home insurance options. Man, I told my wife I'd be here for hours. What do we do now? We live.
Looking at the receivers from TCU, it might be the worst collection of players ever.
Isn't that where Jalen Reagor went?
Yeah, that's where he was going with that. But I looked at. Can you name the TCU receiver that has the most receiving yards in the NFL in the last 100 years?
Damn it!
Who is it?
Dalton Kincaid.
Wow.
Woo. Jalen Reagor is already 6th on that list.
Sorry, Brian.
Dawson and Dalton, that's going to be fun in the tight end room to get straight all the time. I'm happy with them taking Kincaid. I didn't want him. He's not a complete tight end like Mayer is. And trust me, I try not to support anything that's affiliated with Notre Dame, but I'm glad that the pick isn't going to be Kincaid. I could live with Meyer. I could live with Joey Porter Jr., Murphy. I'm good. I'm good where the Cowboys are sitting. I might even trade back.
Nolan Smith.
I could do Nolan Smith too. I lean towards Murphy because he's more traditional defensive end.
So do I.
Yeah, because if you look at the Cowboys defensive ends, you got Fowler Jr. You got Dexter Lawrence. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know who else is signed for defensive end. Armstrong, Fowler, Chauncey Golson. Yeah. Porter Jr. or I could deal with it.
Oh man.
From what your boy Breer is just reporting is that the Cowboys like Mayer better than Kincaid anyway.
I saw that.
So makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does make sense. You can't be mad at Michael Mayer, B.
Not at all.
Listen, Michael Mayer is the best tight end in football, in college football. If they want to project Dalton Kincaid as a better route runner and more of a receiver, that's fine. But if you can play the complexity of tight end, Mayer's the best one. Yeah, Dotson, bud.
Yeah, I think Michael Mayer fits a bigger need for Dallas than Kincaid.
Will Levis even come back tomorrow at this point?
Is he there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see one team picking him in the rest of the first round. There's no way.
Team could trade up.
The team could trade up, yeah.
I mean, the Eagles could use a quarterback, but that's a different conversation.
I mean, Pittsburgh, Arizona, they're not going to go get quarterback, so Detroit could chill there for tomorrow.
Will Levis. Man, TV is just getting to that.
Yeah. Sorry if it's too loud. Here's an interesting nugget. If Lions were going to take Jahmyr Gibbs at number 12, why not just take Bijan at number 6?
Says Cowboys love Laporta.
I like them too. Not here though. That's what I'm saying. Why not take the defensive end or well, either one or the cornerback and then take Laporta in the second round. I mean, obviously somebody could jump up and get him, but he doesn't have a first round grade, so. And so, for the love of God and all things holy, Jerry Jones is not making the pick. He hasn't made picks in a long, long time. So let's kind of all use your heads here. Just hate talking to people who say they know football that blame Jerry Jones for their draft picks.
Skip Bayless very unhappy with Kincaid.
What'd he say?
No. I doubt it.
I think people just get off on thinking Kincaid was like their pick, and they got swooped in and screwed the Cowboys.
They keep showing him.
Who's that?
They keep showing Mayer on TV. I don't see anything.
Wow. See, I'm not I'd rather take another position right now than tight end, to be honest with you. DN, cornerback, Joey Porter Jr. Gotta love everyone on Twitter hoping the Cowboys take Will Levis.
I don't know if this is true or not, but they're saying that a lot of smiles at Cowboys draft room. Didn't see a lot of them.
They're smiling. They're smiling right now.
Yeah. It's gotta be. I think it's Michael Mayer.
Nolan Smith.
I like it. I like it for you guys.
Mazi Smith is the pick, not.
No.
Albert Breer says Michigan defensive tackle Mazi Smith, who I love. I didn't think he'd be here. What's that?
They changed it?
I don't know who you're looking at.
Albert Breer said it was.
The Cowboys are taking Michigan defensive tackle Mazi Smith. This one's for you, Rich Eisen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Michigan fan. I love him, but
Mazi Smith.
I didn't think he was here. I don't know if he could play the end.
I hate this team.
Thought defensive.
Really hate this team.
Oh man, I don't know. You know more than I would, Tony.
I like Mazzy Smith, but I didn't think he was going to be here. Yeah, I mean, I guess what did it already announce on that? Is it already announced on TV? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about to right now.
Interesting.
There it is. Overpowers guards, pass rush upside, comparing to Marcel Darius.
No, he's a monster.
Oh, he's quick.
Yeah, he's good. That's what I'm saying. He's good. I thought.
Mozzie Smith is dealt with the most double teams last year in college, and like shed them. Great balance with his body. Yeah. I mean, listen, you guys need a plug. You need a plug. I told Brian this yesterday. I said the kryptonite for Dallas's defense is running defense. So I mean, this is a plug.
Yeah, no, and he could get to the pass rusher too. So let's I mean, he could plug and he could put that pressure up the middle. I mean, he like I say, I just didn't think defensive tackle here would be the pick. But it'd be interesting. I do, like I said, if you could go here and get a Laporta, I did. Defensive end, Miles Murphy still there. I thought that would be a better pick. Joey Porter Jr. Nolan's. I'm okay with not getting Nolan Smith, but because I think they, the position wise, I think it's not the fit we were looking for. And you know what this pick does is it allows them to put him in the middle and free up Micah Parsons to run around. So
yep.
I see what they're doing. One technique in the first, it's like what that'd be the pick. You hope, yeah, that is true. But I think you can make it happen. I mean, if you see some similarities between that Tampa defense that made Patrick Mahomes like hell in the Super Bowl to what they're doing here.
Nope. I'm pretty sure the Jaguars, Brian, are kind of shocked to see Michael Mayer still on the board. With that being said,
you think they're looking tight end though?
Brian Branch. No, I think they'll be shocked by it. I think they're going Brian Branch, in my opinion.
That was fun. Let's see what the the needed to get a tight end in the first round scenario is just ridiculous in my mind. Best tight ends in the league are who? Kittle, not a first-round pick. Travis Kelce, not a first-round pick.
Mark Andrews.
Andrews, not a first-round pick.
Darren Waller.
Wow, exactly. Kyle Pitts.
Drafted.
Kyle Pitts, first-round pick. Well, Waller had different issues and stuff like that, but and right now it looks like a bad pick. The Kyle Pitts looks like a bad pick. I'm not saying that too much.
Is that a Kyle Pitts issue or is that an Atlanta Falcons issue?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if you're going to invest so much in a position that doesn't traditionally go in the first round, why would you not be prepared to use him?
Why would you trade Calvin Ridley for peanuts?
Yeah, I don't know. That was ridiculous.
You okay, B?
Jaguars take Anton Harrison. We said that before when they were supposed to pick before the last time, but now it's official.
Yeah.
No, Atard is not okay. He had a hard on for a couple players, and we didn't get one of them. And And the Rangers lost. Did we mention the Rangers lost in the last hour?
Can't hear you, Brian.
Brian's muted.
They're not must wins until they're must wins. Now they're must wins.
Yeah. Do the Bengals need a running back like Charbonnet? No, I don't think they do. I mean, Samaje Perine and Joe Mixon, no matter what. Charbonnet's not a guy that I was in love with. I watched him play a lot in UCLA. I watched him play a lot in Michigan. He's a good back, but I wouldn't. He's not a first round grade on a Bengals team that's looking to get over the hump. That's for sure. I mean, but gentlemen, I got to bounce. It's 11:30. I got an early day, long day, a lot of meetings. Kind of changed the world. Always a pleasure. Missed you guys. Have a great one.
Miss you,
We
brother.
got 4 picks left.
I gotta do the same thing, fellas. 6:30 comes super early.
All good.
See you guys. It was a pleasure.
As always. We'll bang out the last couple together.
We ride together.
Bad boys for life. Be better if I could breathe, though.
Yeah, I know you're not feeling that good.
It's just
Way
allergies.
Pound it
dude.
out, brother.
It's stupid.
I
I
hear
take
you.
something. It's not working.
I just take the ibuprofen and say, fuck my liver.
We don't keep it in the house because my wife's allergic.
Look, really? To ibuprofen?
And said,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
He's a large man. Bengals. Man, Bengals could use a guy like Michael Mayer.
Oh, Brian. See, we're just two guys that didn't get their guys. Yeah. Oh, half an hour. No, bring it down here. It's all good. Come here, baby. David, I'll be joining you too soon. Yep. David, who do you want, bud? So if you're the Bengals, would you go offensive guard? Burrow was on his back a lot this year. I would. Torrance is still available, who's the best guard available on my board. I wouldn't be surprised if they go that direction. Yeah. Light up. Sorry, Brian.
He's up late. Bengals, Miles Murphy.
It's a great pick, Bri. It's a great pick. It proves their defense, and
Listen, why they lost that game? I mean, they lost to Kansas City because of their defense.
Yep.
Their offense is not the problem. Yeah, Dave, we're still good. We got 3 more picks to go.
I take Murphy or Torrance. Okay. All right, Jones. I think I'm going to go Brian Breesy, but I've been wrong all night. So. Saints take Mayer, then we trade him. Dallas in my mind. Yeah, Dave, that's my daughter. Sorry.
Just think, one day with enough water and sunshine, these cute little sprouts will grow big, strong trees.
Bengals got to steal at 28, man. Oh my god.
I mean, it changes again, but that's what it is.
Brian, this whole draft changed when the Houston Texans traded up.
I agree. Because nobody saw that.
No, and I mean the fact that at pick where we at? At pick 8, we saw a running back being taken in the top 10. When's the last time we've seen a running back take the top 10? Saquon Barkley.
That's right.
I mean, and then the Lions at 12. I mean, these are two teams that taking it just completely ruined the draft.
It is elite level asinine.
The issues I have is just, I mean, chat, you guys tell me what's going on. I mean, Detroit Lions and Atlanta Falcons, I mean, are we Fs? Like, where are we at?
I hate both. Because you know what I hate, dude? If you're Atlanta, right? When are you going to be good again? Because running backs have short careers, right? So when are you going to be good again?
Yeah.
That's all. Running back should be literally, I got nothing left to get. My team's great. I'm good. So I'm going to waste a pick here.
And I'd be more pissed if I was a Detroit Lion fan, honestly. I mean, you have been given the keys with that trade with Matthew Stafford of extra draft picks, not paying top dollar for a veteran quarterback who had a good year last year, and you had the opportunity to fix your secondary in Christian Gonzalez or Devon Witherspoon, or then go get an edge to pair up with Aiden Hutchinson. And instead you go and trade back, which I'm okay with. If you want to trade back, that's fine. You want to pass up Jalen Carter, you want to pass up Tyree, you want to pass up all these cats to attain more capital, fine. And our thinking was, okay, we're going to go corner because corners are so deep. But instead, we go with Jahmyr Gibbs, who you just signed. You just signed David Montgomery. You have a rising star in DeAndre Swift, and you go get a running back. I don't get it, Brian. That's not a necessity.
It is not. It is asinine.
I would be pissed if I was Detroit. And then you do get the best linebacker, but he's not a first-round grade for me. So, I mean, they passed up on Nolan and they passed up on Murphy. Two guys who I value very high as a defensive end.
I don't know what Detroit's doing. And I don't normally care what Detroit's doing. It just makes no sense. The idea is just, it's why these teams stay where they are, man. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, are they just trying to sell seats in Atlanta? Okay. It's not a way to build a football team.
We appreciate the 7 people still watching us.
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in. 15 likes. We love it. Thank you.
Up to 3.5 hours of elite level draft coverage on the Sports Box, and we love it. We do it every year. I would have liked it better if my hockey team didn't blow dick tonight.
That's always, yeah, that'd be a positive.
I like how Dave Berman was watching the show, didn't give a life to the show. Scum.
After you said scum, we got another like and another view. I like it.
I collect them.
Let's get Will Levis.
Apparently, this Brian Brees for the same.
It's not a bad pick, and I think David, you should be mad about that pick, man. It's a good pick, man. He has first round talent. He's just a project that needs to be developed. I think this is a solid pick for New Orleans Saints. Yeah. All right. Well, Sheagles are up.
You got Nolan Smith, I'm sure.
How insane is that, dude?
They could have taken
My
it.
God. My God. How insane is that? Nolan Smith at 30. Forget the Texans and Arizona, Brian. I think the Eagles just won the first round.
I mean, two more picks to go, one of which is the Super Bowl losers. Philadelphia Eagles.
To everybody there watching, you can catch Game Winning Drive this upcoming Wednesday. You will have a post-draft coverage where we give each team a grade and we go through their picks. Just give you a heads up, man. We'll be on Wednesday, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Pacific Time on Facebook and YouTube. Twitter.
Excellent football coverage, if I do say so myself.
Oh, thank you. We love our boss.
I have no bias in that whatsoever. The guys are great. So what are the Eagles going to do here?
Damn, dude, have you read Brian Brees' backstory? My God.
No, what happened to him?
Check this out, dude. Freshman year. Tore his ACL.
Tore his ACL. He's been hurt a lot.
Shoulder surgery in 2022. Then he missed 3 games last season with the kidney infection, plus another because of strep. And this past September, he lost his sister. A battle with brain cancer. Overrated times throughout the season with the kidney infection, and was able to overcome all of that and had one of the best years ever. That's crazy. Good night, brother.
I think the Flyers would be better at hockey if the Eagles got dressed up as the Flyers and played hockey.
Pick is in. Hey, yeah, I mean, just to be in that draft room right now, and have the mentality of knowing you have this slew of selections for you, and you didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It's just, damn, man, it's crazy. All because you traded Carson Wentz. Oh, was that last year or this year?
That was 2 years ago.
Why do they have?
That was
Why
last
do they
year.
have
Then
two firsts?
they flipped the one into this year with the Saints.
Oh, okay, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Vikings are making calls to Kansas City as we speak.
Yep. Nolan Smith.
God. There's so many people in that war room. It's insane.
He went to the Saints, John.
Nolan Smith to the Eagles. That's a A++ draft grade I'm giving the Eagles the first round. My God. Yeah, John. Most definitely. Eagles got Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, and Nakobe Dean. All Georgia.
Dean Small. Both David and John asking if Mayer goes to Cincinnati.
So let's talk about it. Kansas City Chiefs are looking for a receiver. I don't see a receiver. Maybe a Jalen Hyatt, Brian, or a Josh Downs could fit the mold. They also are looking for offensive tackle, which we talked about last night, but the guy that I had them selecting is gone to the Jags. So I don't see them going guard. And defensive end is a possibility for them. But why not go get a guy like Brian Branch? I mean, he could play safety. He could play nickel corner. It's something of a need that they could. You can never have enough depth and quality at the secondary positions. So, I mean, Brian Branch is available. I wouldn't be shocked, but I wouldn't be shocked if Andy Reid goes with the receiver here. And Michael Mayer is a possibility, but I just don't. Kelsey still has a lot more tread in that tires, man.
Uh-huh. Kansas City with the last pick of the night. This one what it is. So if you had to go back and look at it, your favorite pick of the draft?
My favorite pick of the draft, besides the Eagles doing what they did, just from a pure pick standpoint, would be I'm into value, and everybody should be. And the fact that Christian Gonzalez dropped the New England Patriots at pick 17, even when New England traded back, I still think they got the guy that they wanted to get the whole time. So that's a huge win. Yeah, that's a huge win for me. And I think a pick that we're really overlooking and we're really not talking that much about is Pittsburgh Steelers, Broderick Jones. It's a need, and it helps Kenny Pickett. Broderick Jones is a solid offensive tackle. Man, it's just I'm just my mind is just it's in another dimension because of everything that's all the trades and just craziness, man. Just pure craziness.
I think in the grand scheme of things, I think Arizona had a good day. I think their ability to end up trading down, get a one into next year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how you dislike that. And that's Houston's one next year. Houston's one might be real high.
Yeah.
So, I mean, calculated risk. I think Houston made a couple mistakes there. Again, I am not a Stroud guy. That's just me. I love that they got Anderson, but if they end up losing a high pick next year as a result, if Arizona ends up picking like 2 in the top 5 as a result, I think that's a coup for them. No question.
Yeah.
Detroit's just head scratcher. Raiders didn't do anything wrong. I just think the Colts had to get a quarterback this year, and they went with. I just think it's a huge risk. I think it's a huge risk. I don't think you really know what you're going to get out of that guy. I mean, again, the widest range of outcomes, I think, of any of those guys.
Agree.
Two minutes left here in the first round. Excuse me. Still no pick for Kansas City. Not yet, anyway. All right, the pick is in for the Chiefs, so the night's over as soon as we find out who that is. Picks him, and no one seems to know what it is. Defensive end Felix Uzoma.
Good pick. It's a need. They addressed it.
Defensive end Felix Anudike.
It's a great pick.
I mean, I'm not surprised they went to the defensive side of the ball. I think their offense is perfectly fine. It's Michael Myers. And there's Felix right there. And again, are we surprised that Will Levis wasn't taken?
No, I'm not. I pegged Will Levis as the worst out of the four. No, I'm sorry. I had him pegged as the third out of four. I knew that he was going to get out of the first because it's just people are they love the talent of Anthony Richardson. We talked about it for a little bit today and yesterday. Yeah, but lower fall, but high ceiling. So if this was 10 years ago, Brian, the roles would have been reversed and Will would have been the higher pick. But because this game has changed to such a heavy run quarterback who's able to escape and manipulate the pocket, they love Anthony Richardson.
I think the game has quote unquote changed because there's just less guys who can do what elite quarterbacks do. Maybe it's they're not getting coached in college or whatnot, but that's what makes the Joe Burrows of the world and the Justin Herberts of the world $500 million players because there's so few of them. Just is. So
it's an argument. I think it's an argument we're going to have for the next 5 years on the Sports Box.
I forgot to update the final ticker. So the 31 names who were selected in the first round this evening are scrolling down the bottom. There were 3 quarterbacks in the top 4 picks. Houston made 2 and 3. Seattle, a bit of a shocker going with Devin Witherspoon, the cornerback, when everybody thought Jalen Carter was their pick there. Arizona had traded down. They ended up getting their guy anyway. Vegas went safe. Atlanta went insane. Carter fell to 9 of the Eagles, who they traded up with the Bears, who the Bears took Darnell Wright, which makes sense to protect their quarterback. Tennessee did the same with Peter Skoronski. Detroit to get another head scratcher with Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back. I don't know anything about what the hell they're doing in Detroit. Green Bay loves to address defense in the first round and nothing else other than quarterback. So they went with Lucas Van Ness. Pittsburgh went up for Broderick Jones to protect their investment in Kenny Pickett. Jets, a bit of a head scratcher, adding Will McDonald. Probably wanted some more offensive line help. Washington always takes guys that blow up in 3 years, so sorry to Emmanuel Forbes. And, of course, New England with Christian Gonzalez, I think, was the best pick of the first round for where he went. Jack Campbell, interesting pick to Detroit. Again, don't know what the hell they're doing. Kalijah Kancey to Tampa Bay. Seattle taking a receiver is interesting to me. I guess they're getting ahead of the age with JSN. Chargers get Quentin Johnson, who Matthew Berry loves. Zay Flowers. You have a four straight receiver run that was capped off with Jordan Addison to Minnesota to go opposite Justin Jefferson. Deontay Banks to the Giants. Dalton Kincaid kind of, I don't know if they really sniped the Cowboys, because the Cowboys even go tight end after that. They went to Mozzie Smith, the defensive tackle. Jacksonville investing in the line with Anton Harrison. Bengals after their defense with Miles Murphy. Saints do the same with Brian Breesy with a great off-the-field type story. Eagles get a guy that could have got a 10 at 30 and Nolan Smith. You can't be upset about that. And the Chiefs cap it off with an outside linebacker, Felix and Udike Uzoma. And notorious by their absence of the Miami Dolphins, who had their pick taken away, which is why there's 31 picks and not 32. And that, my friends, is the first round. So we will not be on for round 2. There's just way too much going on, but I'm sure that Drew and the boys will recap everything on the next game-winning drive on Wednesday. But an eventful first night. Will Levis is not loving life right now. We'll see if he gets picked tomorrow. The way things are going.
I mean, the story, just to recap it, Brian, the story of tonight, and we all talked about it, was that, and Tony hit it on it earlier, was the fact that this is probably one of the worst from a first round grade perspective prospects in the draft. And it was true. I think a lot of people were trading and were not happy and satisfied with what they were seeing. And this has to go down as one of the most craziest top 10 first 10 picks ever in the history of the NFL in quite a long time. Teams were aggressive, like the Houston Texans, and they made sure they got the number one defensive player in everybody's draft in Will Anderson, and to get CJ Stroud, Will Anderson back to back. We're going to talk about this in 5 years, and we'll see if they made the right move. Arizona State Pat, they traded up after trading back and taking so much capital, and they got themselves arguably the best offensive tackle. Day one. That's a win for them. Eagles are by far the winner of day one, and they might be. You might have to just give it to them to be the best in the weekend, to be able to get Jalen Carter to trade up one spot and only give up a fourth rounder is absolutely amazing to me, and to end it off with Nolan is disgusting. So their D line is intact for years to come. So. What a crazy first day, brother.
I love watching Georgia football.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure doing this for you for this our third straight year doing it with you.
These are the fun shows, man. These are I thoroughly
enjoy.
Next year. Thank you, everyone, for taking the 4 hours with us tonight. Enjoy day 2 tomorrow, day 3 over the weekend. For Tony, for Alex, for Brant, for Drew, and myself, thank you for watching round 1 of the Sports Box. Stick with us. Follow, like on all your socials. Pages keep growing. We appreciate that. And let's have some. We'll see what happens with as we get into the off season and what some of these teams are going to do. Again, free agencies. We'll see what these teams are up to. Go Chargers, go Cowboys.